What is up, everybody? Welcome to TnTTV, the show where you submit us replays and we cast them. I am Delthius, and joining me tonight, we've got Cyborg. What's up, man?
Hello, how's everyone doing?
Man, I'm excited. We got a really good lineup of replays tonight, actually. I got a ton of unique submitters, so big shout out to the community for sending me tons of replays, man. I'm really hyped. So I got 15 on the docket tonight. Everybody who submitted should be on here, but Cyborg, I hear you've got an announcement coming up here, right?
I do. In fact, tomorrow at this exact same time, I'm hoping to start a new show to help people learn the game just a little bit better. Now, to the people who can, beat my butt all the time, which there are plenty of them, it's not for you. It's for the guys who, can't get above 100 points or so and really just can't figure out the game or something. It's not that you're bad, you just need to learn how to learn a little bit, and that's what I want to help you do.
Sweet, so that's going to be here tomorrow night at 8 o'clock EST, right?
Yes, sir, and it's going to be on the Tooth and Tail YouTube channel. And by the way, I didn't know this, guys. If you scroll down, there's a banner that says follow us on YouTube. You can click it. Click on that and subscribe.
Yeah, I've been a little bit slacking. I did get the last couple videos up there lately on getting everything uploaded to YouTube, but I'm excited, man. So yeah, Cyborg essentially is trying to step up here and give us some more Tooth and Tail TV content and start doing a show on Wednesday nights when he can. So I'm hyped, man. It sounds like a great idea to me.
Yes, sir. In chat, they're saying I'm a little quiet.
Okay. I think I can do something about that.
Do you have technology?
I think we can. I think we can rebuild it. How about now, Cyborg?
Testing. 1, 2, 3. How's it going?
Okay, that should be better. Let us know, guys. Appreciate it. It helps out a lot when I got another guy here to help me monitor the chat, so that is awesome. But
Absolutely.
What else do we have coming up here? I know there is a free-for-all tournament that's going to be next weekend, right?
I'm not sure. Are you going to be casting that?
I'm not exactly positive on who is casting that. I know it will be Jed Erickson at the very least. That's going to be on this Saturday coming up. It's Jed Erickson's Viashal. Oh man, I'm going to butcher it. Qualnaz free-for-all tournament. If you look in the Tooth and Tail events section underneath the stream right now, there's a Google Doc. So sign up for that, guys. I believe it's like team-based. I'm not 100%. Jed Erickson can tell you more about it, or maybe some of the guys in chat. I know Josh on Discord has a tournament date coming up soon. I forgot the exact date. And then Strawberry's been talking about something for maybe January or February. So plenty of tournaments on the horizon.
They're saying just a little bit more in terms of levels, but I think I might be able to make it just a little bit better for them on my end. Let's see what they think in around 10 seconds. Just wait for it.
Okay.
Any better, guys?
I still got room to turn you up here.
Still getting calls for louder.
Okay. All right. How about that? Should be good. Okay, so we'll see how that goes.
All right.
Let's hop into this first game here, Cyborg. Base God versus, Marxist Leninist Hopperism. Not too bad.
I'm all set.
All right, let's do it, man. 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, spawning in the 6 o'clock position, we've got Marxist-Leninist Hopperism. Maybe just call him Marxist for short. And in the 12 o'clock, we've got Base God. So what do you think of these...
Sorry.
Oh, no, I was just going to say, what do you think of these deck compositions?
I think it's really nice to see the variety. For the longest time, we've been seeing a kind of standard meta with chameleons, but only one person has chameleons here, only one person has falcons, so no matter what, it's going to be interesting. And above all else, there's no squirrels. That's really unique to see.
Yeah, that's actually pretty nuts. And no toads either. So,
yeah.
Does it still need to be ladder, guys? No, Premium Bow, help me out here.
More? Oh, geez.
Yeah, I know, right? Let me see. Premium Bow, are the levels good now? Let us know, man. Apologize about that.
I can yell. I can definitely do that, but I don't want to.
Yeah, so nothing crazy this game yet. I mean, Marxist went for a safe farm opening, gonna go up to 8 farms probably soon. And what, Base God went for a 7 farm?
No, hold on. We gotta cancel. It looks like we're getting a second Warren down.
Yeah, 5 farm.
Third Warren.
Oh, jeez.
He's going all out. So this is not very sustainable. You can't actually sustain production on 3 Warrens continually if you're constantly losing units. You can do it on 2, which is why 5 farm double Warren is kind of a standard.
Right, and we'll have to see if Base God actually scouts us out, because even if he can't sustain it, he will get that 9 lizard versus 6 lizard in that first fight, right? But do you think with the defender's advantage, Base God will be alright?
I think it's going to be really, really close. They're gonna Marxus is gonna do some damage here, but I don't think he's gonna get enough farms to make it worth it. Because no matter what, Base God is still, or sorry, Marxus is still gonna be on 5 farms. So he's getting 1. He's going for the 2. He's got to get 1 more, and he doesn't get it. So even though it kind of went okay, right now he's gonna beat him in production, but not in terms of economy.
Yeah, sorry, Cyborg. I was trying to fix the volume there. Let me know if that fixed it. I turned Cyborg up and I turned the game down a little bit. It sounded level when I did a sound check earlier, but oh well.
We practiced this, guys. All right, we have an MG going down from Base God, and he sells it. It looks like the production is actually going to be helping Marxus to maybe the victory if he gets this Warren. Yeah, I don't know if there's any coming back from this. We're going to have 3 Warrens producing lizards versus 1 right now. That said, there's going to be a bullet hive placed down by Base God. I think he might be able to hold if it gets built. It depends on if he attacks in time. And it got up. That means he's going to be able to hold for now.
Yeah, he's going to be totally safe at this point. And I was worried about Base God for a minute there because the 9 Lizard, that upfront engagement worked out really well for him. But I apologize, I've been slacking on the commentary on this one, just trying to make sure that these levels are good. So everything should be good now, right? Let me know in the chat, please. But
just to recap a little bit, it looks like Marxus sold off one of his Lizard Warrens and went up to 8 farms finally. So I'm going to pull up the graphs right now just to see real quick. It looks like in army value, they're about even. In income, Base God had a huge increase above Marxus for a while, but now they're even.
Yeah, and Marxus has taken that, natural expansion of his. Well, not really a natural, but second base nonetheless. And it's the right move to make, I feel, at this point. And Base God does get the campfire, but once he scouts this expansion, he should know he should be taking a similar timed expansion or going for some kind of all-in here.
Something interesting is that Marxus also picked up Falcons. There's going to be a small window where Base God could overwhelm with units, and as I say that, he takes the expand as well, along with the campfire.
Yeah, and the fast Falcons aren't going to be as good against the Lizards as they would be against Squirrels, right? Because, the Lizards can run up on those Falcons relatively quickly.
It depends on if the fight goes for a long time or not. Falcons are really good at chipping damage, and if you have terrain to help you, it's still going to be good for the Falcons. But if you can dive under them, they melt too fast.
Right. Yeah,
so
let's...
Base God is kind of... Go ahead.
Oh, no, I was just going to say, it's starting to even out here, and we're going to approach the mid-game. I mean, Marxus is taking that economic advantage right now, but Base God's army is not terrible, and he's setting up a good front line, and this balloon is going to make this really powerful here.
Yeah, right now it's a trade-off. Marxus is going for economy, whereas Base God is going for defense, and then he's going to go into economy.
Yeah, and Marxus is going to come out on top of that in the long run. That's what's so risky about timing your defensive structures correctly, because that's money that Base God could have invested into his own economy and then build the defenses just in the nick of time. But an attack coming out here from Marxus is going to make these defense structures worth the weight in gold, and he's got to back out.
Absolutely, that's just how Little Poke did it. That said, he's not going that much, Marxus isn't getting that much more in terms of economy. They're even on farms right now once that one finishes. Actually, Base God is ahead with that campfire.
Okay, nobody's complaining about levels anymore in the chat, so I think we got it right now.
We did it.
I think we're square, Cyborg. And I love this, man. I hark on this all the time, man. If you're going to use defensive structures, you got to leapfrog them forward. And this puts him in such a good spot to split this map effectively. I mean, hell, he might be able to even get that 9 o'clock base with those defensive structures there. What do you think?
I was thinking the exact same thing. All that water in between Marxus Leninist main and that expansion makes it way too hard to get lizards around there. That said, he can poke with Falcons. That is an option.
Yeah. I mean...
So seeing...
Go ahead. Oh, no, go ahead.
Okay, so seeing that Base God has a lot of defensive structures, that's a lot of food that can't attack Marxist Leninists. So what does he do? He gets full farms. 8 farms on that second base. And it looks like he might be going to take a second or a third. No, he's thinking about it.
He should. I think that's totally the right move to make. I mean, Base God should have sold off some of these, further back defensive structures, I would say. But since he didn't, the Marxists should really be reading this as, my opponent invested so much in defense, oh god, you're not supposed to math on stream, but what is that, 360 food, right, Cyborg?
It is 360, and we're getting a third from Marxists, and they're still saying I should be turned up just a little bit from the pickpocket.
But at the same time, Base God has had these extra campfires, which will probably let him kind of sneak out those extra defense. Well, he doesn't have those last 2 farms. He's just now taking those on his second, so maybe that evens out a bit.
Yeah, if we actually pull up the income graphs, they're roughly the same. It's not really anyone's game right now. In army value, though, Base God's ahead by a lot, and as I'm saying, that Lizard's a huge mob is going for the third.
Okay.
And he's going to get that very easily, so that's going to be the 60 food from the mill and the 3 farms, so that's 240 food down the drain.
All right, take it for a minute, Cyborg. They're saying it's still hard to hear you, so I might be able to fix that. Hang on.
Okay. Well, it looks like Base Gods is going to pull back a little bit. Yeah, he's just holding the high ground. Marxist shouldn't attack into that, and he's taking the mill for himself. Now, what that's going to allow him to do is whenever his units take damage, he can heal and still be in an engagement. That's really useful. Marxist needs to scout this. He's also going to be up against some defensive structures near his second base, which is very, very, very dangerous. I see Oz in chat. Am I too loud? Uh-oh.
No.
Yeah, but there we go. So maybe we're okay.
Yeah, I just jacked up the desktop audio, turned the game down. I think I wiggled it to where you should be loud enough. Sorry about that, guys. He sounded good in my sound check. We did do a sound check.
Did you hear that, guys? He said I sounded good.
Yeah, man. Got that great radio voice, dude.
2 pillboxes going up. Well, thank you. Oh, a badger. I love seeing badgers. We don't see near enough badgers right now in the meta.
Yeah, and Base God is stretching himself thin here. Like, he's got to build a lot of defense to keep this strategy going, which he has. Like, he's investing in more and more MGs over here. But to be honest, that's not a bad idea. I wouldn't even mind a balloon, because if he can successfully grab this area, I mean, that's 3 gristmills he claims.
Absolutely, and he needs his army there right now to hold. So if Marx realizes that, he can easily confront the other side of Base God's base. Is he scouting it? Let's see. He's got to find that army.
That would still be risky because there is some defense there which could maybe slow the army down enough, and plus he'd have to run through all that water, you know, so
yeah.
I think Base God could probably get there in time, but this balloon is really going to be the siege unit here from Base God, going to be in range of those pigs, and it's going to force Marxist to do something.
Yeah, and Base God has a balloon, but it's not anywhere near forward enough. We have a fox coming out from Marxist, and Base God is actually food blocked, just now starting the badger he started a while ago.
Damn, balloon gets 2 free pigs. Working on a third one here.
Paid for itself. Yep. Money, money, money.
Yeah, and what's even worse about that is it's going to sit there and deny that from ever coming back up for Marxist, right? Like, he's forced into taking a third base here shortly. You know, 9 o'clock is really his only option here, and that's kind of a pain to get to.
Yeah, Marxist is basically on a timer. There's no way he's going to get that 9 o'clock position because he can be cut off from the rest of his base. When you're split up like that, you can't defend both places very easily, especially because Marxist has very little in terms of defensive structures. I think he's going to be waiting for this fox and trying to do something.
Hey man, it's a move I like to see. I always like me some fox play, so Marxist is going to have to get a lot of value out of it, but he certainly can. I mean, he can poke around. Well, it's actually going to be really hard unless Base God kind of lets these lizards on the outside of his army kind of get poked down over time. You know, Marxist isn't going to be able to get up there past those defenses and get to those sweet pigs.
Yes, sir. Now, you were talking about those lizards being picked off. If you had squirrels in this situation, you wouldn't be as in a dangerous position. And as I say that, Marxist is moving out. He sees that the army from Base God is on the right, and he's flanking around the MGs.
The Badger coming in here, but it gets a lot of poison on it immediately and goes down completely. And, you know, it looks like Base God might take this fight, but it's going to be, I mean, look how much work these turrets are getting done on the backline, man. That is absolutely insane, dude. That's what makes me love defensive structure so much, because if they're not targeted down over the course of a long engagement like that, they just do so much DPS, and these snakes can do absolutely nothing against these turrets. And man, Marx has just sacrificed like 5 or 6 tier 2 units to the slaughterhouse there, man. That was insane.
Base God lost 1 pig in all that. So I think in terms of having an economy versus not, it doesn't look too good for Marxist. And there goes away his last farming base.
Yeah, it doesn't even matter at this point. Just the better economy is really all that it comes down to. But winning the hell out of that fight certainly didn't help. So great game out of those 2 players. Sorry that was a little choppy, guys. Thank you for being awesome chat and let me know the levels weren't quite perfect. And I think we got it squared away now, though.
Yeah, I think we're doing all right. But it's nice to see everyone in chat. I love this community because I can see all the people I talk to all the time in chat and every time someone streams.
When you have 10 snakes, but all you need is 1 ferret. That's the truth, man. That's why I like taking ferrets in my build, man. It just feels... I mean, I know a lot of times they're not the strongest tier 2, but it just feels so safe having that there, you know, in case you need to siege, right?
Mishi's ferrets give me PTSD.
Oh,
when I was trying to get good at the game, I just relied on bullet hives, and every time he popped a ferret out, and I died. And that still happens, so, yeah.
All right, man. All right, I think we're good to go now. Sorry about the bumps earlier, but I think we're all squared away. So let's hop into game number 2 here. Blue Cat versus Valeris. Are you ready?
All set.
All right, let's do it, man. 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, spawning in the 9 o'clock position, we've got Valeris, and his opponent in the 1 o'clock, we've got Blue Cat.
Blue Cat's got a pocket. That's pretty useful. A pocket expansion, one that's very hard for Valeris to get to.
Yeah, so since you've been talking a little bit, if you guys are just tuning in, man, Cyborg is going to start doing a show on this channel here on TnTTV on Wednesday nights, kind of talking about the basics of the game. So why don't you explain, while we're waiting for this game to cook up, a little bit, like natural bases and pocket bases, what we mean when we say those things.
Well, a pocket base is just that. It's something that's like in a pants pocket. It's something that's hard for someone else to get into, but very easy for you to access. A natural expansion is one you would naturally go to. Now, it's not as secure as a pocket base, but it's still a pretty good one. These are terms being recycled from other RTSs, namely StarCraft.
Yeah, you can see green and blue here both have pretty good natural bases. I mean, green's natural expand is better than blue's here because that high ground around blue's natural is going to be difficult to defend, and especially because Valeris has squirrels, which are just notorious for abusing high ground near bases.
Absolutely. I think Blue Cat needs to put a Warren on the high ground to give him vision. That's really his only option to hold it if it's going to be a one base versus one base situation, and Valeris is already rallying units. But we have a good play from Blue Cat, putting down a bullet hive, recognizing the high ground.
Yeah, we'll have to see if Valeris just decides to turn around. Did he scout? He saw the MG, right? Blue Cat made that right in front of him. Good response from Valeris here to sell off that extra Tier 1 Warren and just head straight to Eco.
Yeah, and actually Blue Cat is going aggressive instead. So it's a complete reversal.
Yeah, this is what I do a lot of aggressive builds on the ladder. This is what feels bad sometimes about it, where you go for something really aggressive, then you kind of mind game and go into Eco, and if your opponent, scouted the aggression and didn't respond to you changing, or they don't even have to respond, really. They've got a big army and they're knocking on your door. That's what we see here. So Valeris is going to have to micro his squirrels very effectively and try to stay alive here. But looks like Blue Cat squirrels are actually firing on that Warren outside of pig range. So that's too bad for Valeris there.
Now, do you think Blue Cat's going to fall back and just try and eco up, or do you think he's going to go for the kill? It looks like he's just building Tier 1. We're up to 15 squirrels. That's a lot.
Yeah, I think that's the right move a lot of times. You see that really showcased by guys like Chip and DJ. When you get an X amount of value gap, sometimes it's the right move to pull the trigger. And, one MG is oftentimes not enough, but this MG is pretty well defended. If that Falcon can stay alive, Valeris should be in good shape.
Do a lot of work.
Yeah.
Falcons are glass cannons, but if you can hide behind an MG like that, it does so much damage. Look at that. The squirrels are just melting.
Yeah, Blue Cat never really got up there and target fired that Falcon, but even if he did, I'm not sure it would have mattered too much in that engagement. Good defense out of Valeris, really showcasing how, just one turret can really save your ass in some situations.
And again, we have no ferrets in this game, so MGs are going to be very, very strong. In terms of economy, it looks like Blue Cat picked up 1 campfire. Isn't expanding yet. He's just on 8 farms. So it looks like he's trying to go for the kill with the Falcon. Now the Falcon's really good for poking against people in Warrens.
Yeah, but one Falcon going down already, and yeah, that's rough, man. Like that was a hard engagement to take. I mean, army values might have been similar going into that. Yeah, it looked like they were, but Defender's advantage is pretty strong, man, especially with squirrels.
Yeah, in fact, on my show, that's the second thing I'm going to talk about. The first one's how to learn. The second one is Defender's advantage. It matters so much in this game, as we can see right here. Overwhelming squirrels just get decimated.
But it's kind of funny in a way, right? Because I've had so many games where it's like, I'll win a fight, and then I'll go in and attack, and then I'll lose value from their defender's advantage, and then they feel like they just want to fight, right? So they come attack me, lose advantage, and we just go back and forth, making the same mistake.
And that's what we were seeing. I like the adage, when you're ahead, you get more ahead. Let's see if either player does it.
Yeah, I feel like 9 times out of 10, that's the better move to make. And unless you feel like you're outshined as a player, like that's really when you have to go for something gimmicky. But if I feel like I'm on the level with, or at least close to the guy I'm playing against, and I get a little value window, I'll definitely try to econ that. But oh no, man, Blue Cat's commander went down. It might not matter though. That's a lot of squirrels. And
We have some skunks coming out. If Blue Cat doesn't attack right now, I don't think he's going to be able to break those skunks.
I think
it's going to get really close here, guys. The skunk's 3/4 of the way done. Valerius just has to hold. And he does. So now that the skunks are coming out, they just destroy tier 1.
Yeah. I think skunks are a great addition into an army in the current meta, man, because tier 1 is really the name of the game right now, man. Squirrels, lizards, toads, you know, you oftentimes you'll get a lot of those units out, and just a couple skunks that are well defended. I mean, they have good HP, especially against squirrels, man. I mean, just dominate them. Yeah. I mean, 24 squirrels is all Blue Cat has, you know?
And normally that's a lot of DPS, but as the AoE is going to come out, it's going to do a lot of damage. We're finally seeing Valerius expand. Blue Cat's had his for a little bit. He has 3 farms building on it right now. Valerius put 2 MGs down as well. That's 120 food that can't attack or make money for him, so that might be a bit of a liability. I think he needs it, though, at least for now.
Yeah, I think 1 would be enough. I think he's taken some good engagements with turrets thus far, and even just the mind game. Like, I would prefer, just 1 is fine, and then I would even throw a couple of warrants around it too, to be honest.
Absolutely, and he sold 1, and I think he's going for farms with the rest, it looks like. Meanwhile, Blue Cat all the way with the farms, going up to, what is that, 6 on his second right now? And he's moving out.
Thought about it, but thinks better of it for now. I mean, what's his answer here against those skunks, man? I mean, maybe getting a wolf, but that would probably take too long. He goes for the falcons. The pigeons wouldn't be a bad idea. Getting some healing.
They're actually very good against the DPS.
All right, let's see it, man. Yeah, this is where it's hard because you want to micro out of those skunk clouds, but at the same time, every time you move your army, you're just taking free hits from the opponents, so it's very difficult.
It's stutter step, but you can't against the skunk because the range is just about equal, I believe.
Yeah.
And they're just fantastic about getting units that are hiding behind warrens. Valerius is taking his time. Now, he's behind an economy here, so if he doesn't make something happen right now, it's not going to look too good on him, and he lost the skunk.
Yeah, I mean, so much damage went down on that campfire during that engagement. Yeah. Was there a war? Yeah, there was a warren or 2 up there as well that Valerius took out, and that's a defender's advantage, man. It's really difficult sometimes, and that's why a unit like a ferret or a fox is really preferable to me, you know, because you can just sit there and poke and kind of force your opponent to take the fight outside of their warrens, outside of their structures, you know?
Yeah, the ferret's not just good for killing warrens. That's not its main purpose in high-level play. In high-level play, it's to force the other guy to come attack you because you need to stop the ferret.
Yes. Yeah. Because 9 times out of 10, man, when you attack into warrens like that, it's not going to be too good for you because all that DPS that you're missing, you know, going onto those buildings. So the ferret really forces your opponent to come meet you in the field.
So Blue Cat's moving out with just squirrels again. Falcons are kind of food blocked, trying to attack that MG, and it goes down. Now he's got a lot of squirrels here, but the skunk's going to make him turn away.
Man, I thought for sure he was going to end the game right there. I didn't see the skunk coming up in time. But damn, so tanky too.
So, I'm curious about some high-level play right here. Some high-level players' opinions, that is. How do pigeons factor into this? Do you guys like it on Valerius' part?
Yeah, that's a good question, man. Pigeons are in a weird spot right now. I mean, I wouldn't mind them if it was a minimal amount compared to squirrels. Like, I'm talking like 12, 15 squirrels to 3 pigeons, you know?
Well, here's the thing. Pigeons heal for 2 DPS. Squirrels deal 2 DPS. So do you want the heal or do you want the damage? Either way, it's 2 DPS in the equation.
Yeah, that's true, unless they get targeted down, because pigeons sometimes will run to the front line, you know, and die real quick. But then again, I guess that's damage that wouldn't be on a squirrel. How much HP does a pigeon have?
Very little. I think at most 8, but maybe even like 5 or 3.
Man, great play there from both players. Really back and forth. I'm surprised Valerius was able to take it near the end, but definitely
I got caught up in strategy there. It looked like even though there was an economy advantage for Blue Cat, he didn't have enough warrens to take advantage.
All right. How are we doing on time? Not too shabby. I lined up 15. I don't know if we're going to make it all the way to 15, but hoping we can at least get to 12 tonight.
Pigeons have 4 HP.
Yeah, that's the issue, I think, with the pigeon, is just the low HP compared to a squirrel. But let's get boofy, man. Let's hop into game number 3 here, Boofy versus Onyx. Are you ready, Cyborg?
I'm all set.
All right, man, let's do it. 3, 2, 1, go. Spawning in the 6 o'clock position, we've got Onyx. And in the 1 o'clock, his opponent, Boofy.
I love both of these players. Boofy is very friendly. I just met him recently. He's an up-and-coming player, but he's slowly getting better. Added me on Steam, had a nice chat. Onyx is very, very, very good and always in the upper tier every patch.
Yeah, Onyx is. I'm no stranger to him. Submits a lot. He's normally hanging out in the chat. I think he's watching right now. So cool to see him here. In Boofy, yeah, I love to see new players, man. Especially when they're submitting replays as well, so we can kind of comment on it. And I like his build, to be honest. I mean, Squirrel Toad seems pretty meta right now. I mean, Toads are obviously great against lizards, but they're also just kind of great to build 12 toads and push, and just run over your opponent. And Uncle Butters, man, I doubted him, but in this heavy tier 1 meta, the board gets a lot of work done.
Absolutely. I was doubting the board as well, but in the past couple days, people have told me stop with the toads, pull out skunks, pull out boars. Right now, that's going to do so much damage. Toads are for killing tier 1. They just do it better right now. That's all there is to it. It looks like we have a 5-farm double Warren. Oh, that's triple Warren coming from Onyx.
Yeah, really aggressive build here, and he's got the lizards, which typically, this is why he probably takes lizards and squirrels, so he has the option to do aggressive things like this. Snipe a pig, force out a turret. He only loses a lizard. He's going to be a little greedy here, try to come back in, get pig number 2. He does manage to get it, but he's going to lose most of his lizards in the process. Still worth it, though.
It's kind of worth it. If you look at the income graph, Boofy still has one more farm.
Yeah, that is true. Yeah, I think it's really the 9 Warrens. I think you touched on this earlier, Cyborg, but if you look, he's just now getting up to 7 lizards. So that entire time, I can't say for sure, but there's a good chance, as he was losing lizards, he didn't have the economy to support that 3rd Warren. But maybe the 9 lizards is better for the follow-up attack, right, to really seal the deal.
Boofy's just now getting up to his 3rd Warren. What's Onyx going to do? It looks like he's going up to 7 farms. And just bring up to 9 lizards.
Yeah, it's a good safe response. Like, you don't have to sell a lizard warren, and if you do, as we saw in a previous game, you can leave yourself open for a counterattack, and it's going to be rough for Boofy to recover from this position.
Unless you're against toads, lizards are so good right now. In terms of stats, they just are amazing.
Yeah.
And I heard Andy was thinking about a buff for them, plus 1 HP. I don't think they need it. I think they're great unless they're against toads.
Yeah.
Let's talk about this high ground over Onyx's base, though. Boofy's just scouting it out right now. If he doesn't mind the water there and he just walks up it, that can be some easy pig sniping.
Yeah, but with squirrels against lizards in an open field, man, that's not going to happen anytime soon. Maybe once he gets the toads eventually. I was waiting to see what Onyx wanted to do with his momentum here, with the value he gained earlier, and it looks like he wants to take a quick expansion.
And he's getting a very robust army composition with 6 squirrels along with his 9 lizards.
Yeah,
it's a really good bread and butter.
Yeah, he's got to be thinking here soon Boofy's going to start throwing some toads into his comp, right? Which he hasn't had the money for yet.
If I see lizards, I go my toads.
And Boofy actually took an expansion a little bit under my nose, but sure enough, and that's not the wrong move to make. I mean, he's got squirrels. He's not really under pressure anymore. Like, Onyx can't come in unless he, was out of position and kind of takes off a fringe farm or something like that, so I like this move from Boofy, man. He's got to keep up to par on the economy here, and the Toads should keep him safe going into the mid-game.
Yeah, and the Falcons are going to let him defend and poke a little bit. He's got a really good base. It can't really be run around that much if he has proper scouting and warrens. And as I say that, here comes the run around. Actually, more like a run straight in. He gets 1 farm, 2 farm.
Yeah, I was worried about this. I mean,
not that great.
It's weird, right? Because the farm, I mean, do you calculate that just as 60 food loss for killing a pig, or do you calculate that as 60 food loss for a pig plus the missing mining time, right? Until the next
90
pig.
Because of the missing, or 80 or 90, whatever it is. It's a lot more.
That's if they immediately remade it, though, right? And you can see Boofy isn't remaking those, and it's going to be hard, especially that one kind of to the right there that's a little bit mined out already. Like, you might not even think it's worth it to retake that farm, So in that regard, I think it was a pretty hefty amount of damage.
Yeah, since Boofy has a second, he shouldn't rebuild either of those. You're going to get more money out of it if you just keep going expanding on your second gristmill.
Right. He's got the Falcons in here now, and both players going up to the Falcons, but I mean, overall, it looks like the game's stabilizing into a relatively even mid-game here. What do you think?
I think it's going to get a little siegey for a little bit until someone gets chameleons, and then there's going to be a lot of damage done. if Boofy just makes a couple more toads, actually he went with one more toad warren and one more squirrel warren. I want to pull up the graphs. I see you're doing that on stream as well. Income about the same. Boofy's just one ahead for the moment, but that's going to change soon. Army value, they're very even as Boofy moves out and moves back.
Yeah.
Since he has falcons, sorry, go ahead.
Oh no, you're good. I was gonna say, like, if I'm Boofy, I'm not moving out anytime soon, man. Because the longer this game goes on, the less and less that value gap is gonna make a difference that Onyx was able to achieve earlier. But instead, he decides to go in. He gets some good toad hits here, knocks out all of Onyx's lizards immediately. But Onyx is gonna have enough to clean it up.
Yeah, and that wasn't Defender's advantage. That was just army composition.
Yeah.
There were no helpful defensive structures or warrens there. Boofy should not have moved out there, should have worried about his economy just for a little bit. If he scouts out a little more, he can see that he can contain Onyx. As long as he denies that third base to the northwest of his second, he can definitely contain him.
Yeah, and that wasn't the worst fight in the world. Like, Onyx did win it, but not by a huge amount or anything. Those toads still did get really good connections, but that's one of the things, man, where it's hard to tell sometimes, where it's like you don't have to make that attack, and Onyx comes in here with another lizard run around and takes out 2 farms. Great value.
Those farms are pretty empty, though. It's not a big loss. It's a small loss.
Yeah, it still hurts psychologically, though, man.
Yeah.
Like, oh, that's the worst feeling in the world. But
Doesn't
yeah.
hurt him too much. He's ballsy enough to get a third. I love the road connecting the second and the third. That's going to allow him to defend just a little bit easier.
Yeah. For sure. And that's what Boofy really needs to do, man. He just needs to chill, hang out, sneak in a farm whenever he can, make sure he's still getting a really robust army here, and just play the waiting game. Like you were saying earlier, I mean, Onyx is kind of soft contained. Like, he's not really contained, but it's going to be difficult for him to take a third. So if Boofy really stays on top of Onyx's movement patterns and denies any third as soon as it comes up, he should be fine.
I think if Boofy put one bullet hive to the south of his main base, he would have been in a so much better position. Now, he's going to get these lizards, which is great, but he loses all the toads. So that's what, 6 lizards, 6 toads? That's completely even, minus any damage done with the farms.
Yeah. Yeah, so you gotta be careful, man. Sometimes it's rough to not be wasteful with your toad engagements, for sure. That's kind of why they can be a little bit of a catch-22. You gotta kind of get the perfect hits with them, or else it can indeed be wasteful, but
they require the most micro of the tier 1s.
I mean, Onyx is
I love what Boofy's doing. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, no, you're cool. I was gonna say,
I love what Boofy's doing with the Warrens.
Yeah. It's on Onyx here to get something done, and he's gonna move out now because he's being contained, because Boofy is on that third base, right? And Onyx takes a fantastic engagement in the middle of the map.
That was beautiful. Boofy needs to rely on Defender's advantage in that situation, because otherwise Onyx is just going to overrun you. What we're seeing. Now, is Onyx going to finish it, or is he going to try and get more ahead here? He took the campfire. That's a little bit more money coming in.
Yeah, I would just pull back, wait for my army to respawn and heal up a little bit, and then go in for number 2. I wouldn't stop the attack just yet. He's only got a couple turrets, and they're spread out here, so I feel like Onyx has the tempo. He's going to move out again shortly.
If he gives a solid drive right up in between those 2 bases on that road I was talking about, he can cripple the production of Boofy and bounce back between the bases, and that's what we're seeing right here. Defender's advantage is going to help a lot, though. Those Warrens are fantastic on that road. But it's not enough.
Manages to get through here. Damn, gets that extra Falcon on the back end of it. So now what's the move, Cyborg? Are you going to try to commit up? You need to be careful of that turret. It is going to pick off the reinforcing units. And I
think you get more ahead here. I think you take the third if you're Onyx. I don't think you need to kill him. You have him scared enough and having to produce so much in order to stay at least reasonably on par with you that I think you can just go eco. But that's not what we're seeing. Onyx is going for the kill. 2 Warrens going down.
Yeah, he killed a lot of Boofy structures there. If you look at the supply count, if you will, you can see, most of the Squirrel Warrens, all the Toad Warrens are all gone, and Onyx has the momentum now, man, and he should be able to seal this game out here shortly.
For sure.
Just too much damage on the Warrens. Like, I don't think Boofy, they kind of traded okay. Onyx won that big, huge trade in the middle. Boofy got a little more value as he tried to go uphill, and he had to fight in the Warrens a little bit.
Yeah.
And Boofy, man.
4 MGs, yeah.
Just going to make this game drag out for a little bit here. Let's see his final stand.
It even puts a 5th MG down, and that one's not really going to be able to help in the fight. That's a little bit of a shame. I wish he put it in the front of his MG, or existing MGs. No, those MGs are nowhere near enough to hold the army from Onyx.
Man,
Onyx doing a smart thing, checking damage.
That would be so funny, though, if Onyx ran in there, somehow lost his army, and Boofy won the game. But yeah, I don't think 5 MGs are going to be enough. It's rough to tell. Like, to be honest, if I'm Onyx, I wouldn't hate just kind of chilling for a minute here, you know, because you've basically won the game. The only way Boofy can win is if you make some kind of mistake, right?
Yeah, I would just get more ahead. Yeah. I wouldn't try and fight into that. There's too much of a risk, and as we see, there's just a surrender from Boofy.
Man, great game. That was a good one. Had a lot of great submissions tonight, man. Thanks, everybody who submitted, dude. I got so many replays this time around. I got plenty of unique submitters, so that's really cool to see. We really appreciate it, man. I could not do this show without all these replays you guys keep sending us, so thanks, guys. I really appreciate it. And with that, I think we're ready to go into game number 4 here. What do you think, Cyborg?
I'm all set. I think we're ready, and I haven't seen either of these two players, so I'm excited to find out how good they are, what builds they like, and how they play.
Yeah, Dixano, I see him in my stream here often recently, so looks like he decided to step up and submit a replay, so I'm definitely looking forward to this one. So let's do it. Are you ready, Cyborg?
I'm all set.
All right, let's do it. 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, spawning in the 8 o'clock position, we've got Gurnus. I don't know. Gurnus is what we'll call him. And then in the 3 o'clock, we've got Dixano.
Dixano. That's a really interesting name. A little bit Italian, maybe? I don't know. It's got an ano to it. This road's going to make the game very interesting.
He might be the guy that said he's from Switzerland or Sweden. I could be wrong, though. But anyways, it's irrelevant. So
could absolutely be that, too, yeah. It's the internet. No one cares where you're from.
Yeah.
We only have 4 farms from Dixano.
Yeah, what is he up to? Let's see. He's floating a lot of money. Is he trying to do something crazy here? No, I think he was just being a little indecisive. Maybe scouted the map a little too long. I think he is a newer player, so it's no big deal. But, you know, his opponent is... So it's little things like this, I think, that are going to make your show tomorrow night super valuable, right? Like, Gurnus' warrant positioning. You want to talk about that for a minute?
Sure. You're sacrificing defender's advantage by placing your warren so far back, but you can also surprise your opponent. Now, he's going to scout that. Dixano's going to scout that and see, oh, 5 farms. Where's the money? He might not find the warrens in time to react.
Yeah, and...
He scouts the lizard stuff.
I think for the most part, early on, you want to kind of place your warrens near your farm, you know, kind of like Dixano's got here, but even more so like a wall in front of your pigs. And then later on, if you're going to go for something like a fast tier 3 or a fast tier 2 or something, that's what you want to hide, you know.
Mm-hmm. We lost 2 lizards on Gurnus for not much damage, I believe, but Dixano's still on, was that 5 farms? So it's 5 versus 6 in terms of economy right now.
Yeah, he went
the campfire
4 farm double warren with a campfire. So he's built up a couple squirrels here. We'll have to see what he wants to do with his money next. And Gurnus is... Both these guys are playing a little crazy here, going up for like a 5 farm, triple warren, 6 farm kind of build. So
yeah, we're getting lots of aggression.
Yeah, and Dixano is going to be happy that he has the toads here. Obviously, he scouted the lizards much earlier in the game. There's already been a scruffler or 2, so getting those into his composition, it's going to be good.
I want to circle back to hiding the warrens, if that's all right.
Yeah.
Lizards are not very good at defending because they have 2 range versus they have 4 range on a squirrel. Mm-hmm. So if you are defending, it really doesn't matter where they are.
Yeah.
So that's kind of something to think about.
Yeah, that is true. It can help, like, if...
Ooh, a balloon.
The warrens would still help tank for your pigs, but yeah, with lizards, it wouldn't help tank the units. I would agree with that, but... Yeah, that balloon's not in a terrible spot there. I mean, it's going to defend, you know, that second base. You might have to, you know, bring it over just slightly to do so, but trying to run these toads in one by one against the lizards gets an engagement there, but not enough.
Yeah.
Not enough to blow them all up.
So just getting a 1-for-1 trade. Let me look at the economy here. I'm going to pull up the income graph. So it looks like Gurnus is way ahead. So you don't want to do those 1-for-1 trades as Dixano. You need every bit of food you have.
Well, the big problem here for Dixano is that he hasn't been taking enough economy, right? You know, he really should be up to that 7-8 farm mark at this point. And, you know, Gurnus is got 7 farms. He should have the 8. There's really not, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, Cyborg, but, you know, outside of, like, the couple aggressive builds that you can do, there's really not a lot of merit in competitive play to builds that aren't on 8 farms, you know?
The only situation you ever don't want to go up to 8 is if you're anticipating a starvation game, but no, there's never any real time you just don't want to go up to 8. That is the standard.
Yeah, but even in a starvation game, you would probably save that starving base for one of your expansions, because
yeah, for sure.
Getting those 8 farms on that first base, just that initial economy is so critical to make sure your army value is toe-to-toe with your opponents. But let's see, man, if the ferret can get anything done. There's a nice little spot for these toads to engage on.
Those toads are great.
Yeah, but the chameleon's still here.
And Granas's army can shoot up. Just go in with the falcon. He can't shoot up.
Yeah, the lizards, but that's going to be it. And if the toads keep taking out those lizards, then it's going to be good for them.
There are no lizards, just chameleons and ferrets. Just go. You got this. And then don't run into the MG.
Yeah.
You've got some breathing room. Get those farms. You need the money. You can't afford the board. Just sell it.
Yeah, man. If he had 8 farms, this would be a totally different game. But he's really got to get up to that here shortly. And that's just the big overarching issue here with Digzano's build. But other than that, he's been playing good.
The board's on the way.
Oh, he actually did manage to pay for it. Let's see if it works. He might be doing this intentionally, like trying to do, like Premium Boat got me into doing 4 farm Vox builds, So maybe the spirit of this build was trying to be like a 4 farm boar build, but he just kept having to build extra warrens, to stay alive, right? That's probably what he was going for.
So this is going to be really silly. If we don't have any more lizards coming out, we have a couple coming in, there might be a way for Digzano to come ahead. The board's almost done.
Oh my god!
Really close. Oh my gosh, it's so close.
That toad
the board's
saved
gonna get out.
That falcon's ass so hard, man. Hero Falcon here. Falcon. Dude.
So here's something really funny, all right? We have 3 farms open on Digzano's part. Gurnas can only buy 1 farm unless he expands.
That's true. Once he stabilizes, he won't be in too bad of a shot.
Yeah.
He's got to tank really well with his boar here.
This boar is an MVP, but he doesn't want to kill him. Just build the farms. It's all you got to do. Get more ahead. You are so ahead right now.
Okay.
Yeah, you can kill that. But
man, I don't think Grandas could do anything about this boar, dude.
No.
He's gonna win the game right here.
So good against tier 1.
Yeah. Now I feel bad. That's got to be what Digzano was going for here, man. He was trying to do some kind of crazy 4 farm boar build, but kept just having to build more and more stuff to stay alive. But sure enough, he does get the boar out. And man, that thing is so tanky, dude.
It is. How much HP does it have? It's got to be at least, what, 60? More than that, right? I need to look that up. I should know those stats. Guys, if you don't know the stats, here's a nice little tip. All right, pull up Discord, go to the Pocketwatch Discord. Look on the left-hand side and look for, what's it called? Hold on, let me pull it up. It's called the Bot Playground. Go into the chat and just type !info in the unit. Like I just did info boar. And if it works, there you go, pops up. It has 120 HP. That's how you learn the stats. Because I don't know them, I rely too much on Pocketbot.
Man, I can't believe Digzano won that. That is so funny, man.
That was amazing. A little bit of a robot up there, just trying to stay alive. Don't end it.
Yeah, dude. He was dedicated, man. He's like, I'm not getting any more farms. I'm going to get this low econ boar out. But we got a 2v2 on our hands with Premium Bow and Furmar here.
Ooh, that's going to be interesting. I'm not really good at 2v2. I don't understand it yet, so I can't wait to learn.
I've played 2v2 a couple times, just on my couch, my buddies. But for the most part, I stick to 1v1 ranked, just because I'm like, I love ladders, man. I love being able to queue up for something. Yeah. And you know what I'm saying? Like, if there's a 2v2 queue, I mean, I'd probably be more inclined to do it, but...
Yeah.
All right, man, let's hop into this. Game number 5. Are you ready?
I'm all set.
Let's do it. 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, spawning on the right-hand side.
Oh, jeez.
We've got Premium Bow and Worst. I mixed up the names a little bit. That's okay. And then in the top left, we've got Phoenix and Furmar. So it's going to be Phoenix and Furmar versus Premium Bow and Worst. What are you laughing about, Cyborg?
Confusing here.
Oh, yeah?
I'm laughing at the bases. Because if you look at it, the bottom right-hand team has a pocket expansion, which is nice, and a pocket campfire. Top left does not have a pocket expand. That's going to put a little bit of pressure on them.
Yeah, it's going to be rough for these guys to expand. I mean, green can kind of go to like this 8 o'clock. There is high ground outside of it, but it might not be enough to really matter. And then they do have these 2 bases.
I got to cut you off. There was a mole placed down from Premium Bow attacking Furmar. He actually, I think, either killed or heavily damaged an MG and forced to sell.
Nice. Yeah, good eye, man. That's why I always like having somebody else with me, because sometimes I get wrapped up and miss it. But yeah, Premium Bo does still have his mole alive, so he's just waiting on that to get full HP and go ahead and sell that off. So, successful molery there, Cyborg, you said, or?
Absolutely, it was a pretty good mole rush. Just the one mole. It's still viable. It's not as viable as last patch, but it's still okay.
Yeah, Premium Bo following up the mole rush with a 4-farm double Lizard Warren, man. Really trying to keep this aggression on his opponent, and that's kind of cool, man. I know Premium Bo and Firmar play 2v2s a lot, so they're kind of going easy on the pugs that they're against, or maybe they met these guys at Discord or something, splitting themselves up to be on different teams.
Yeah, we have an expansion being taken by Worst. That's Pocket I was talking about, and Phoenix is moving out with Squirrels against the Lizards of Premium Bo. Firmar's reinforcements are coming, though, but I don't think it's going to be in time. Is it? Yes, it will be.
Yeah, I was worried at first because Phoenix's Squirrels did get there a little bit earlier, so Premium Bo got to engage on those a little more effectively, but this follow-up attack is going to be a pretty big deal here. Worst went for a lot of economy, so his army is a little bit behind.
Defender's advantage just helped Worst out so much, though.
Yeah, it's really
the
Lizards, man. I mean, Lizards are so good against Squirrels if Squirrels aren't tucked away nice and neat. And Premium Bo really showcasing that here.
Yeah, it's just like Marines versus Zealots or Zerglings. You want to be back against the wall if you're trying to survive against Lizards, because they need to find some area to stand on to attack.
Yep.
Happen there. In terms of economy, I want to pull up the income graph. It looks like Worst is way ahead of the entire field with Firmar in second.
Yeah, I was worried about him during that attack, but looks like their team managed to stave it off for now, and Worst's economy did not get punished. He didn't lose any pigs or anything like that, so he's in good shape, man, with that expansion.
It was a great gamble. It looks like Phoenix was thinking about expanding, but thought better of it, taking a more northern one.
Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, I think that's probably one of the better expansions their team has. I mean, that one he was going for initially would be a real big pain, with that high ground all around it. But man,
absolutely.
I feel like whoever gets that gristmill outside of Worst base, is gonna have so much control over this map, man. Just that double high ground vision, being able to harass all those two other gristmills all around that high ground. So that's gonna really be the point of contention.
And the territory to heal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see. Follow-up attack coming in from Red and Green. Premium Bo does have the Lizards, but he's forced to engage 2v1 as Worst's army was not in position there. Maybe Premium Bo was a little far out.
Worst, though. Oh no, we got them all moving. It's one by one. No, they don't go marching in one by one.
Yeah, they didn't have the room to really get to their own tile and fire, and unfortunately, it seemed like Premium Bo and Worst both kind of fought their opponent's armies 1v2, and took bad engagements there. Firmar barely...
This attack is being cleaned up.
Yeah, but he gets 3 farms worth of damage, and if he can keep these Falcons alive, that's going to be a big deal. One goes down, the other one does as well. And
I think that was even at Worst.
Yeah, that's gonna even it up for yellow and blue much more since those Falcons went down for sure.
Now, do you keep putting pressure here? I don't think you do. I think you need to get some sort of economy if you're Premium Bo. If you look at the time, it's roughly, 4:17? At 5 minutes, he's going to lose 4 farms, and that's a lot of money. That's half his income. He's got to expand soon.
Yeah, I mean, Green doesn't have an expansion either.
Yeah, he does as well. You're right.
But they should be thinking about that, and I'm not sure if maybe the strategy is, Worst and Phoenix are going to kind of muscle up while their partners look. It's kind of, now that Premium Bo took that campfire, kind of the same deal. Firmar and Premium just both kind of have a straggling campfire, wherever they can, but... You're right, man. I mean, we're coming up on 5-minute mark and 10 seconds here, so they definitely need to get something down.
Yeah. You were looking at the graphs a second ago. I just want to comment on it. Worst actually has a large army now, as opposed to before when he was just going economy. And if you pull up the income graph, actually mine just... Oh, that was the 5-minute mark. It looks like, Phoenix is ahead by a little bit?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just got a couple more farms.
I love graphs.
Yeah. Good addition, man. They're really well implemented for sure, and... This is what I'm talking about, man. They got to start muscling for this position here in the middle of the map, and Premium Bo's got a good advantage coming into this. He's got a couple MGs set up. He sells one. Yeah, I wouldn't even mind putting that exactly there. That's perfect. If he can keep his army around it, and Worst needs to come up here with him. If they can, keep this base alive, they're going to be in fantastic shape. But Worst really needs to move his army up.
And the time, yeah, we got to get the squirrels up in there, streaming in slowly. I don't know if it's going to be enough. You never want to engage 2v1, or rather 1v2.
Yeah, and so many chameleons in this army comp from red and green, just soaking so much damage, man. Look, they're basically all still alive. I think one, maybe two chameleons went down there, so fantastic play.
To talk about why that mill is so important, when you control that mill, it's not just one mill. It's the mill to the northeast and to the farther northeast. So you're going to control more mills than the enemy possibly could get. That's why it was so important, and it was great from Firmar and Phoenix to go take that mill down.
Yeah, in Tooth and Tail, it's really all about splitting the map favorably for yourself. So if Premium Bow could have got that map, got that base up, you know, he would be contesting the 3 bases that are all around it, and having the high ground is really great too. But Firmar's got the Fox on the field.
Yeah.
Nice little runaround by Premium Bow, but that base doesn't matter too much, and all those lizards are going to die. He's going to try to get the tier 3 Warren, which again, the Fox is out. Yeah. Ooh, all those lizards going down.
That was scary. And Premium Bow is not going to have an economy to build those lizards back up. It's all on Worst's shoulders right now.
And all his juicy ferrets are getting caught out by themselves. No! Not the little Santa ferrets. Dude, the Fox is eating well tonight.
He's retreating into the new expansion from Phoenix.
Man, this is looking better and better for Firmar and Phoenix here. Now, Firmar is hurting. He's only got that campfire left to his name, and Premium Bow is going to try to do a Metal Gear Solid knockout here with some moles, and he gets it off, sending Firmar to the kitchen. This is why I love Premium Bow, man. Every replay he sends is always some crazy stuff like this, man. What a great play.
Yeah, and he's taking out more mills. Oh, jeez. All right, when this all settles down, I need to open the income graph. Hold on.
Dude, Firmar had a huge army, man. The Fox is gone. Yeah. You know, all that stuff was gone. And now it's a 1v2 situation with Premium Bow and Worst in the better spot here. And now they're living large, man. They can just chill, do whatever they want. You know, you're almost always going to win a 1v2 unless some crazy thing like what we just saw happens, you know?
Really, a crazy thing? I don't think we're going to see a crazy thing again. I think it's entirely possible. Phoenix is taking an expansion and building farms on his existing one. If you look at the income, it looks like that Phoenix he's ahead, but he's not as ahead as he needs to be in order to keep up with the 2 opponents he has.
Yeah, if Phoenix is really to stay in this game, I mean, he's just got to basically completely saturate this second base, because once Premium Bow gets his economy back kicking, and he should have no issue taking a gristmill now. They're gonna skyrocket in economy in a 2v1 situation. So Phoenix is going for it, but if Premium Bow and Worse just moved out, they can knock Phoenix out right here, right now.
They need to. Owls are on the way. Well, slowly, whenever he has food for it.
That barbed wire is going to be a pain in the ass, but it doesn't completely lock Phoenix in. I mean, Premium and Worst can still wrap around, you know, from the left side of Phoenix's gristmill there and take him out. So, yeah, I don't know. Like, you really shouldn't let Phoenix get this base, but at the same time, it almost doesn't even matter.
The pressure down.
Yeah, here we go.
It looks like they're slowly going to creep up. Worst is just going to be able to snipe at that mill. I don't think you're going to be able to hold that at all if you're Phoenix, especially with an owl sitting in its warren.
Yeah, with the double high ground, and then Premium Bow threatening a runaround over here should give Worst plenty of breathing room to just sit here and siege with these ferrets. And
they're getting tons of value, too. Every shot's another squirrel. That said, it looks like we have the runaround from Premium Bow and the push from Phoenix.
And I think Phoenix did manage to take out a couple ferrets there, which is going to help his cause for sure.
Premium Bow only got a mined out, or rather fooded out campfire.
Yeah, Premium Bow really needs to throw down a couple farms here. Once this campfire, if you're wondering why he's not starving, because he's got this campfire over here. It's almost out though, man. He's going to be starving soon. There he goes, throwing down some farms here.
He needs it. Those ferrets are getting so much value. Look at that. All the squirrels are melting away.
Dude,
that's why ferrets are okay in a siege.
Dude, the double high ground too. You know, without Phoenix's commander in position, those ferrets were just doing so much work. But Phoenix is going to be able to take out Premium Bow's gristmill here. But Premium Bow with the counterattack, man, absolutely wrecking Phoenix's base.
He ran all the way around and did that too. This is a crazy game. And as Pello said, rip the owl. Poor owl as my voice cracks.
Uh-oh.
A double bore coming out from Worst.
He's got one on the field, though. One's really all you need.
Oh, yeah, one is all you need.
Here we go. Premium Bow going to target the gristmill. It's going to allow Worst to get into position. And that should be it. Man, what a crazy 2v2, man. I can't believe Premium Bow and Worse won that, dude. I thought for sure Furmar and Phoenix had it.
Yeah, those runarounds from Premium Bow plus the economy from Worse did a great job there. But the other two players, Furmar and Phoenix, were great.
Oh, God, that was such a good game. Thanks, Premium Bow, for the submission, as always. And we're on game number 6 here. We're reaching hour number 1, so let's run through some announcements again. Maybe we got some viewers watching who weren't previously. We have some new content coming up to TnTTV, guys, and why don't you talk a little bit about it, Cyborg?
Yes, sir. I'm hoping to start a tutorial series. I know a lot of you guys already heard this, but I need to go into it again. I'm not trying to help the top players, but to some of the guys who just haven't been able to improve, I want to help you learn. Really hard to understand in RTS because it's a really weird concept. It's a really, really, really hard thing to do, and I want to help you figure out those mechanics. So if you guys want to tune in tomorrow at 8 o'clock to this very channel, or look at the YouTube channel, which you can get by scrolling down on the channel and clicking on follow us on YouTube, I'll be making some content just for you. Tomorrow's episode is on how to learn. Things like, well, you gotta admit, you aren't that great yet. That's a really important thing that some people don't recognize. I used to play a lot of Dota, and there's a lot of players that think they're the best, and no one's good at Dota. There's maybe like 10 people who are really good. We all have to admit we stink. And there's a ton of other things I want to talk about too, and that's going to come up tomorrow at 8 p.m.
Yeah, it's going to be exciting, man. And that will be here. And yeah, we do have a YouTube channel. I've been slacking a little bit on it, but I did get a few more videos uploaded there today, so check that out for sure. And man, I'm telling you, dude, the path to mastery in a competitive game is, I mean, I'm hooked on it, man. I've played Magic competitively, StarCraft, League of Legends, Hearthstone, I mean, all kinds of stuff. And you're absolutely right, man. Well, you can't, it's a weird balance with anything you're trying to do with an ego, right? Like, you don't want to think you're the best, because if you think you're the best, and that means I'm so good at drums, I don't need to practice. It's like, no, you're not. You need to practice every day, right? So you want to prevent that, but you also don't want to be so hard on yourself that you got to keep that, like, Ash Ketchum optimism, you know? Like, I can do it. I can, you know, and keep going after it and be hyped to keep the grind going. So you got to find that nice balance, but yeah, man, let's...
and that, good sir, is tip number 5. I have a list all ready to go.
I feel like I'm giving away too many spoilers for your show, man. I'm going to go into something. You're going to be like, that's number 8, Delthius, be quiet. It's for tomorrow night.
And I'm going to promise lighting effects and sound effects. I'm going all out for this, guys. You're going to love it.
Dude, it's going to be hype. I can't wait. So we'll have Tooth and Tail TV content Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday nights regularly, 8 p.m. EST, all the shows. So I'm hyped for that. You guys might see me every now and then do a rank stream. I try to only do that if other guys aren't streaming and if I have a little bit of time to play. But, I mean, this channel is mostly for community stuff. So I'm really excited to have another person making a show here. I'm hyped.
Yeah, guys, I love this community. I really do. It's like everybody knows each other, and if we don't know you, talk in chat, say hi.
Oh, yeah, man. The Discord is totally lit, so if you're not on the Discord, definitely get on there. But let's hop into game number 6 here. Oh, wait, no. I got one more advertisement to do. Jed Erickson's tournament coming up on Saturday, guys. It's going to be at 12 p.m. EST, January 6th. It's going to be a free-for-all tournament. It's the first free-for-all tournament we've ever done. It's going to be on Jed Erickson's channel. He's looking for another caster. If nobody else will do it with him, I'm going to step up and do it. But I'd like to let somebody else cast a tournament, guys. If you've been following the scene lately, I've casted like the last 6 or 7 tournaments. So want to let other guys, if they want to do it, hop in. But if nobody else steps up, I'll be casting that. But if I'm not casting it, I'll be playing it. So either way, I'll be there. You guys should be there. It's going to be fun. I know Josh on Discord is finalizing a tournament that he's putting together coming up soon. I want to say like late January, early February. If somebody knows the date, you can go and just say it in chat. I forget. I apologize. But that one's going to be cool. See, I always get excited about tournaments because they always have like a different thing to them, right? And Josh's new one here is going to have bands in it. So I'm not exactly sure how the band structure is going to work.
Ooh.
But yeah, there's going to be some kind of band structure. I've seen him in the tournament chat on Discord, like kind of shooting ideas around with guys on how to do it the best. But that's going to be cool. And I think Strawberry's been hinting on something coming up soon, so we've got at least 2 or 3 tournaments coming up in January and February. I'm super hyped for. But all right, no more advertisements. Let's hop into game number 6 here. Galactasun versus FZ. Are you ready?
I'm all set.
All right, man. 3, 2, 1, go. Okay. Spawning in the 9 o'clock position, we've got Galactasun. And in the 3 o'clock, we've got FZ. Mole's in the build here.
Very nice defensible base on FC's part. I love having a base like that, where you have a back against the wall. You're not going to get ran around that much. Whereas Galactuson has a really, really, really open base. Thankfully, FC isn't packing lizards.
Yeah, if I'm FZ in this position, man, especially if like he had a wall across one of these ledges and only one real entrance, man, I'd be so tempted to do something like go for a fast fox or something crazy like that.
Looks like very standard openings. We're getting 5 farms single warren. That's a really standard one, guys, because you can convert it into a very aggressive opening or a conservative one. And it looks like FC might be doing just that. Or not, just putting an MG down.
Yeah, we'll have to see where this game goes from now. I think the MG might just be, you know, just a beginner. Nothing too crazy there. It makes it feel safe, you know, but you really don't need it, especially with proper warren placement, you know. I don't want to hark on that kind of stuff too much because, you know, Cyborg's got his new show coming up where he's going to talk about that kind of thing a lot, but
That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to be the meanie.
But, you know, the warren placement like that, man, you know, Cyborg could talk forever on that one. And, you know, even the turrets.
A second one, too.
Here's the thing, guys. If you want to do like a defensive opening, what I would recommend would be, you know, go up to those 8 farms pretty quickly and use the turret to kind of buffer for that greed, right? Like, if you're going to be doing something like getting up a lot of turret, because if you're Galactuson, and granted, you know, FZ's probably just a new player, so no big deal there. But if I'm Galactuson and I see my opponent at this phase of the game is just building a ton of turrets, well, for one, if I have ferrets, I'm just going to laugh and win. And then if not,
even bothering with that, 240 food can't attack you.
Yeah, exactly. You know, that's money you can just throw right into an economy. So if I'm Galactuson, I feel super safe. Yeah, just taking that base, just going hard on my second, and I'm going to be super, super ahead. But
FC could be going for a wolf here. They could be trying something sneaky.
That would be sweet, and I love things like that. Like, I do it all the time, man. Like, I'll get 8 farms pretty quick. I'll go for a fast fox, maybe throw down a turret if I have to. But if FZ wanted to do a build like that, then he could probably get away with this with maybe just like 1 turret instead of 4. You know?
Yeah, 4 is a little bit overkill. You're absolutely right. FC's expanding without taking his 8th farm as well. You guys gotta make sure you do that. Just little itty-bitty things.
Yeah, you always gotta look at the mini-map, man. That's the easiest way. That farm's not the worst, but you know that farm, like if I'm looking at FZ's base right now, right? That farm that's like 12 o'clock to his, sometimes you'll miss that one. It happened to me when I was streaming ranked on Saturday, and I felt so bad. But great response from Galactuson.
Yeah.
You know, just come in here, take this for free.
All those turrets can attack.
Yep, and I love to see him just back off. You know, feel confident about his victory. But what was I going to say? Oh, yeah. Now, if FC was playing standard, I do want to comment, like, Galactuson's kind of taking overly too many risks here, right? Like, taking an expansion this early is really risky, and taking a tier 2 early is this risky, right? But it's probably a good response since he saw those turrets, and he's like, you know what, I can go crazy.
In fact, I wouldn't even bother with the Falcon. I would just get some squirrels to hold the high ground, put some warrens down to defend me, and then go farms. He's got a 3rd just waiting for him right there.
Yeah.
FC's finally taking a 2nd again and put 1 farm down while still missing the farm in his 3 o'clock position on his main.
Yeah. And Toads too, man. Like, Toads are really a Swiss Army knife of units right now. I really feel like, I mean, enough Toads here will just blow over those defensives. I mean, they crit structures.
Dude, but with those skunks, we're going to see a lot of DPS. They might not get close.
Yeah, and you know what's funny?
Are very good against the tier 1 meta.
As much as we've been picking on him for making too many turrets here, FZ's not in the worst position. You know, if he starts selling off some of those back turrets, if he really see, the thing is, I don't want to say this. This is my critique on FZ's play here. Is if you're gonna go for this really turtley build, he needs that big late game answer to this, right? Like, he should be saturating the hell out of his bases. You know?
Absolutely.
He should be saying, you know what, I'm going to build a lot of turrets, but I'm going to go up to 16 farms, right?
There is a caveat, though. He can sell those turrets and put them somewhere else if he wants to, or build other units with full refund value. You can do a lot.
Yeah.
So it's not totally bad.
No. And he has skunks out. He's starting to feel more safe, but yeah, man, if he sold off a couple of those turrets and even just threw them on the front line here, or, you know, I mean, he's only got 2 bases kind of cut off with those turrets, right? So he's got to get a 3rd base eventually.
All right, FC's finally filling up that second expansion with farms. Missing one, going back for it. There it almost is. Waiting for it. You can do it. Thinking about it. Meanwhile, over at Galactus base,
another news.
We have two tier 3s, 2 owls coming out, and I love the owl call. You know you're not being attacked with all those turrets. Get the owls out. Owls give you so much good value over time, and they're fantastic things. I bet Pella was very happy.
Yeah, those owls are just going to sit back over time and just gain more and more value. I think Galactus Sun's playing this really perfectly. You know, he hasn't committed. So another way that FC's build could be really good is if you kind of frustrate your opponent and kind of get them to attack you, which Galactus Sun hasn't been doing. So FC hasn't been able to use the value of those turrets. And Galactus Sun is playing right. You know, he's just saturating up. He's getting those owls out, but pretty bold move here from FC trying to take this expansion.
Yeah, a little bit too bold there. The owl tanking too. What do you lose there? Look at the army value, very little.
Yeah, all those 8 turrets, so what, 480 food. That's extra, that's in Galactus Sun's army, and just rolls over the engagement.
Thank you for counting that for me, because I was about to.
Man, I've mathed on stream several times, even though I'm not supposed to, and I don't think I've messed up yet. And as I say
I mess up all the time. How do you multiply times 60?
You just multiply times 6 and put an extra 0 at the end, bro.
Oh, it's that easy, is it?
Yeah, I don't know, man. Like, what do you... I just feel like Galactus Sun is in such a dominating spot here. It would be cool to see FZ come back and win this for sure. But it's going to be hard for FZ
He's
to...
not actually taking the advantage yet. He doesn't have that many more farms over FZ. I think Galactus Sun need to be more greedy here. Now, granted, kill him right now if he wanted to.
Yeah, he should...
But the longer it goes on...
Yeah, he should at the very least be poking in with these mice, you know. And I think that's
free value.
Yeah, that's all Galactus Sun really has to do here. You know, he's just got to keep getting more and more farms, keep getting more and more owls, and just spin the mice every 60 seconds and keep harassing down at FZ and prevent FZ from taking a third, which in FZ's defense, man, if he had a third base kind of nestled in like Galactus Sun has, this turret strategy could have worked better. But here's where it's really gonna start falling apart for him.
Well, owls aren't that great in the first engagement. It's the engagement's over time. So theoretically, if FZ doesn't keep building turrets and build some more units, he could do something right now. He could definitely get some damage in. I like him building units instead of turrets right now. That's nice.
Yeah, I mean, there's not a whole lot to really say too much anymore in this game. They're starting to kind of Cold War drag it out where either player doesn't really feel comfortable attacking into the other. And sometimes it's hard, man, because a lot of games, especially when you get to these big mid-game armies, can really be decided by that next attack, right? So
if FZ can't hold this expansion he's taking in the northeast, it's going to be a starvation game for him. He's on a timer.
Yeah.
He's got to either hold this or kill him.
Yep, and this is Galactus Sun's trigger here. You know, he hasn't really had to attack until now. All he's got to do is continuously deny this third base, and he'll win the game in the long run. And FZ shouldn't even really be able to contest
Dump
this.
the mice. Perfect. Yep. That's all you got to do. And I think there's no coming back from that one, unfortunately.
Yeah, he literally lost everything. Like, look at his army, man.
Yeah.
That was rough stuff.
I mean, a little bit. Owls are good, man. I think they are the best tier 3 like everyone else. I'm going to jump on the bandwagon because then I don't actually seem wrong. We have 5 owls coming out from Galactus Sun.
Owls, I don't think there's any tier 3 that does the job of owls better than the owl, right? Where the owl is this unit that's like, okay, if this game goes long, I've got the battle cruiser, you know, I've got the carrier, I've got this late game unit, you know, that's going to be
Broodlord?
super awesome. Yeah, Broodlord makes most sense. Well, really, Swarm Host makes the most sense, but
oh yeah.
No, man, but the Fox, like, I feel like they have their different reasons. Like, the Fox is that quick gambit, you know, like this high risk, high reward, kind of like the Blitzcrank of tier 3, where you just kind of get it out, you know, try to get some value done. Let's actually ×2 this game, Cyborg, because I think we're in agreement that Galactus Sun should win from here, but it might take him a minute.
A little bit of your line dead, you never know.
Yeah, that's true. He's going up to 14 owls, 15. That's hilarious.
On X2 now, are you as well?
Yeah, I'm just on 2x.
All right. Cool.
I am at 10 right now.
All right.
But yeah, what was I saying? So yeah,
More owls. 17 owls. Pillow, are you in chat? This is your game.
Right. So the owl is that kind of supreme late game unit where maybe the falcon is kind of like that too. If you have just a ton of falcons, you know, it can serve a similar purpose. But you know, the
Falcons are really good in mass because they kind of erase things as they come in the range, whereas owls just value. Look at this. All the turrets are dying.
yeah,
Value.
Galactosun just shifted totally over to owls, and if we were going to be super critical, then yeah, you want to sell a couple of those warrens to keep that production going, but it doesn't really matter at this point. I mean, Galactosun just finishing off his opponent, who's letting him play with his food here, so no big deal.
A little bit. Just drawn dead.
But yeah.
FC though, you're gonna get, if you're watching, man, thank you for sending it in if you did send it in. And if not, but if you are watching, tune in tomorrow. I would love to talk to you about this stuff. It'd be great. 8 p.m. tomorrow, guys.
Yeah, and
Let's plug.
You're really good about interacting with chat too, man. So if you guys come on and just ask questions and stuff, you know.
Absolutely. I'm gonna get a lot of inspiration from Day 9. He was a great person for me growing up.
Oh, dude.
And I just really want to give back like that.
Dude, I've been watching Day 9 for like 8 or 9 years, man. Like so long, dude. I've been watching him since Wings of Liberty. That's when I started.
Oh, for sure. I was watching him like at the first dailies. I was stuck in the hospital a lot. I'm called Cyborg. Sorry, we're talking about something else because the game's going to be going for a little bit. I'm a cyborg because I actually have implants in me and stuff. And as I was in the hospital, I was watching him and he kind of made it so I wasn't depressed. And I just want to help other people like that.
Dude, Day 9's a man. He was really cool too. When I was privileged to meet him at TwitchCon, and just a genuine guy. Like he actually seemed interested in what I was talking about. You know, you know what I mean? Like he wasn't like full of himself because he's a big guy now. You know, he was really cool in person.
Absolutely.
Nice little attempt by FZ to do something here, but look at all those
some
mice,
damage
man.
done.
Galactosun
Someone called the Exterminator.
did get 17 owls out here, and just look at that mini map, dude.
I have never seen 17 owls in one game. I'm happy this was set in just for the 17 owls.
Dude, that was
It was
great.
a great game, but I'm happy for that. Yeah, look at the army value. That's an owl, guys. Have you ever seen an army graph where the increment for an owl is that small?
Okay. So let's hop into game number 7 here. We're 9:15. Okay, I try to get through at least 12.
We can do it. We have the technology.
Yeah, I think we'll make it to 12 here. And I do want to make sure we hit everybody. Looks like we will. So that's good. So yeah, let's hop into game number 7 here. Meow Kaiser versus Fion. Are you ready?
Yes, sir.
Let's do it, man. 3, 2, 1, go. Okay. Spawning in the 3 o'clock position, we've got Meow Kaiser. And in the 12 o'clock, we've got Fion, who's got the Drumfire Cannon. Talk to me, Cyborg.
Look at that crazy build. This is definitely a Pello style build. 2 tier 1, 2 tier 3, and 2 structures. This is gonna go late, very late, whereas Meow Kaiser has a standard build. To talk about the players a little bit, Meow Kaiser's a really nice streamer. If you guys want to just go to twitch.tv/his name, he's a great member of the community. I just want to plug the streamers whenever we see them.
Yeah, for sure. And man, I feel kind of bad for Fion here though, because look at this map, right? Like with a build that, okay, if you reverse these spawns, right? Like if Fion spawned in Meow Kaiser's position, he would be super happy because he's got a pocket, he's got a natural, and he's got a 4th base in range. You know, you could set up a couple defensive structures and secure all that, but poor Fion, man. He's got this badger, owl, pigeon late game dream that he wants to achieve, but he's just got nothing near him. He's gonna have to go set up shop in the 9 o'clock or something.
I have a proposal for you. It's not all bad. That base is very defensible. You will not crack that base.
That's true.
Are you with me?
Yeah.
He has a badger. He has pigeons. He has squirrels. That is a badger rush. Please give me a badger rush. 1 base badger. Let's see it. Just like the 1 base fox we used to see.
Yeah. I think the 1 base badger all-in is the move to make here if you are Fion. And that's kind of cool. You have a little bit of that flexibility in the build to do something like that. He's going to go for an 8-farm badger off a turret, which is awesome.
I think that's what we're going to see, yeah.
But it's going to get scouted by Meow Kaiser immediately. No, the turret makes him hesitate about going in.
He's not going to scout it. I mean, he's going to know something's up. And does he get close enough? Look at visibility.
I don't think he did.
He did not see the badger.
But he didn't see anything else, so he's got to know something's happening.
Yeah. Something's screwy.
And I think that's a smart response.
How does Meow Kaiser respond? Lizards? I don't like this call. You're not going to break that.
I think that's the right play, don't you think? You know, the Drumfire is going to make this super difficult.
Oh,
If he moves out, yeah, I don't know. Like,
I just don't think you can break with the lizards. You can't really go high ground with them like that.
yeah,
If Theon had anything to defend with, of course.
I think now's the time if he's going to do it. He's got plenty to break the one turret. Good idea throwing up these other turrets here, but once that Drumfire comes down, that's going to be all she wrote. And Meowkaiser...
Just to throw some numbers out. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, no, go ahead.
Sold all his lizards. Just to throw some numbers out while we're seeing some tier 3 coming up from Meowkaiser as well. That's a wolf. I think you need 5 to 6 lizards to comfortably kill 1 bullet hive. And I think you need a lot more to kill 2. Just to get those numbers in your guys' heads. I think it's either 4, 5, or 6 lizards. Pretty sure it's 5 or 6.
Yeah.
Can you correct me? I know you're in chat. I know you know the number.
I'm not sure exactly what it is, but I do rush a lot with lizards. So yeah, if I have like 5 or 6 lizards, I can easily run over a turret and only lose like a lizard in the process. But 2 is a whole different story there, for sure.
To those hurting in chat, I know I keep calling him out because I just love his owl style. 1 base, owl, Drumfire.
He's going for really 1 base, badger, owl, pigeon. This is going to be crazy.
Yeah, if the pigeons are healing the mice, keeping them alive, because they have 10 HP, that's crazy. I think you can get a lot done here. I think Theon can absolutely pull this off. I think he might need to sell the Drumfire pretty soon now that he has the badger and put that money into army value. Actual units that can attack.
He doesn't even really need to, though. Like, with good micro, badger pigeon is phenomenal.
It does a phenomenal job.
And he's
especially against just a wolf and falcons. Falcon wolf can do a lot of DPS and kill it really fast.
No, that wolf would be a big deal. Yeah, if the wolf was out right here, Meowkaiser would run over this. But no wolf yet. The badger's going to start getting to work, but not really getting healed that well. He's got to be careful not to lose this. Picks off a couple things, loses a couple pigeons, and backs out for now.
Chad is saying 4 lizards to kill 1 MG. Thank you, guys. Who do you favor right now? We have an economy advantage coming from Meowkaiser with the wolf, which is going to buff it a lot. Theon's on 1 base comfortably. He's getting a campfire, and here comes a second right now. There we go, in the 9 o'clock position.
I think if Meowkaiser can stay vigilant and contain Theon, he's going to win this. But if Meowkaiser lets Theon get this 9 o'clock up, he's going to be in a tough spot. I mean, the wolf is going to add a lot of DPS to this army here, man. Nothing changed about the wolf. It's still badass, just people don't use it quite as often as they used to.
Simply because of the tier 1 meta, you just need units to defend, and the wolf kind of is an investment in the future. It's not an investment in now.
Right. And if you're going to go for that tier 3 super late, then why not get the owl?
Mm-hmm.
Owl number 2 on the way, and so far Theon is able to set up the defense over here on the 9 o'clock. So yeah, man, Theon's looking better and better in this game without a single tier 1, you know, besides pigeon, obviously, but no squirrel, no lizard in sight here, so...
Yeah, Theon sold the Drumfire. I agree with that. He doesn't need it. I think Meowkaiser should think about moving out the second he gets those 10 falcons done. That is exactly what I want to see when I have a wolf. Tons of falcons, it just becomes an eraser, kills everything that goes into range.
Yeah. Yeah, and if he's smart on his buff too, he can make sure that the falcons are dealing units around the wolf when it gives the buff out, and make sure those get buffed and not some squirrels or something. But Theon's looking like he wants to move, man, and Meowkaiser isn't in perfect position. Theon's gonna catch Meowkaiser's army. Oh, that feels bad, man. The wolf wasn't there, and he didn't really have the defender's advantage working for him either. And if you look at this, yeah, those falcons aren't even really buffed right now, so great play out of Theon, man.
And the owl out, that is amazing. Tons of value, pulling up the army value graph. Meowkaiser just a little bit ahead, but I think he need to do that. He need to chip down Meowkaiser's, well, everything, really.
Yeah, I feel, man, if Meowkaiser was just in position for that fight, it wouldn't have been so one-sided, man, because there's no wolf buff at the start, and then when the wolf did get over there, it wasn't buffing the falcons. I mean, there were no structures, the tank, you know, good attack from Theon, which is going to make him comfortable to get the second base up, which he desperately needs at this point, man. If that was, you know, that's his economy at this point, right? So, let's see.
We're getting ready for a clash. Yeah. Well, we're not getting ready for a clash. Okay, circling back to the wolf. It being out of position, not buffing the falcons is kind of the nature of a wolf. If you're not ready for it, the wolf doesn't really help in a fight. It's kind of a trade-off.
Yeah. But he's feeling ready now.
Yeah, and he's buffing squirrels? I guess that's okay. Get the mice out. And here come the falcons, and that's going to be so much DPS. I think you just dive in there. I don't know. No, you don't dive in there.
Yeah, the Badger should be able to clean this up with the Owls
Maybe
tanking.
Owls
One of
lost
the
an owl.
Yeah. Pretty even in the army
Badgers,
value graph.
lots of DPS. They're neck and neck. And the Wolf isn't buffing Econ.
Man, it'd be great if Meowkaiser could just run a couple units up and just take out that 12 o'clock, but not really anything up there anyways. Just that Pigeon Warren would be good, and of course that tier 3. But you know, Meowkaiser's still
And
maintaining
that's
this
an Owl one, right?
economic lead here. You know, he's got the third base.
And Meowkaiser wants to go in. He's not using the Wolf right now to buff his Econ. He's not buffing Warrens. He's trying to put some pressure on.
Let's see if he can get better
Don't like to
engagement
buff his
this
Warrens.
time. The
Oh yeah, he pulled the mice away. That was beautiful.
Yeah, the mice were not with the rest of the army, but the turrets scare him back for now. Which, you know...
So one of the downsides of Owl... Sorry, go ahead.
I was just going to say, like, it makes sense Meowkaiser doesn't run into that turret line. I think he probably could have broke it, but as long as he can contain Fion here and not let him get up another base, he'll win in the long run.
Yeah, this is a contained situation. And if he keeps pulling away those mice, the downside about the owl is you can't control the mice, of course. So every time you pull the mice away, it resets the timer. You need 1 minute to get full strength out of the owl again. And that just buys more and more time. And a free campfire as well. The Meowkaiser is thinking about trying to end it now. Otherwise, he'd be buffing stuff with his wolf. Nope, going straight for the Econ.
Yeah,
I'd be right.
Yeah, I think he's just keeping his wolf with his army here just to stay in position. You know, I think he learned his lesson when his wolf was out of position that one fight. So, you know, he just wants to make sure Fion is kind of cornered in and can't really do anything here. And he's just got to play the waiting game. I mean, Fion's only on a couple farms, and he knows this possibly could be a starve-out situation since he left a couple of the farms on the back there.
With 3 tier 3, it definitely, or 4 tier 3 now, it's definitely going to be a starvation situation.
Oh, man. Yeah,
All right, the wolf is back to buffing.
I think this is correct here. I mean, Meowkaiser doesn't have to do anything. It's really on Fion to get something done. And that third base isn't totally out of the question. I mean, if he found a window to reposition a couple turrets, you know, and get that kind of natural base to his 9 o'clock, he could stay in this game, but he's got to muscle for just a couple inches on this map to stay alive.
Well, Fion's got a drumfire, and he has territory up to that mill. He could put a drumfire down if he's able to hold it. Instead opting for a third Badger, of course. But he could do it.
Yeah.
That would be a very good play.
Drumfire is a tall order on this kind of economy, though.
It is. It is. I mean, if you can afford a tier 3, you can afford a drumfire.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind him sell off, like, a couple of those turrets, right? And like you said, get that drumfire on the double high ground there. That would be fantastic.
Well, no, there's a lot of Falcons. It's not going to kill the Falcons.
That's true. Yeah, it's primarily Falcons, actually.
Yeah.
Hey, it would knock down those 3 squirrels pretty effectively.
There's double wolf out. Sadly, wolves can't buff each other now. You're right, Pello. You're right. I was wrong. I just like drumfire.
Badger number 3 on the way.
It's Badger time, guys.
Fion's saving up for it. Man, this
Got
is
a nice mice stack right now.
This is tense, man. Like, both these guys have really powerful armies here. But it's on Fion. It's not a fair situation. Meowkaiser will just win if these guys keep sitting around doing nothing. So the longer Fion waits, it's going to get harder.
Scary. Yeah, that Falcon Ball. They're all buffed. I'm scared. Guys, I'm not even in the game, but I'm scared. If you see that, trouble's about to happen.
Dude, I can't remember which replay it was exactly, but Chip was making magic happen with like 1 or 2 Falcons and a wolf, like just taking out like balloons like so quickly. I
know exactly the one, yeah.
Yeah, dude, that was insane. My mind was blown. But here we go. Fion's gonna run into it, but the DPS of these buffed up Falcons
all those mice
should be enough. Takes out the mice, but the core army of Fion does stay alive. He loses some pigeons and he loses some mice, but that's 240 food that Fion just lost there. And Meowkaiser did lose, what, six Falcons? I don't think that the 1920 were on the board at that point, so quite a chunk of change there, too.
It's fine losing it if you're Meowkaiser. You can replace it.
Yeah.
Fion cannot. I'd be fine losing Falcons to kill a pigeon 1-for-1.
Let's see, man. Fion, if I was Meowkaiser, dude, I'd really be targeting those Badgers with these Falcons here. I mean, Fion's not trading horribly in those fights, considering. He did lose an owl there.
For the graph. Would you be able to pull that up, please?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you can see the income is crazy right now, but the army, I mean, Meowkaiser is ahead. Let's see if Eon can make magic work with just a couple badgers. Now, Meowkaiser is starting to try to target those badgers more effectively. One went down basically immediately. Number 2 goes down as well. And that's going to be it, man. Meowkaiser should be able to stomp through there and close out the game.
He held out a lot longer than either of us thought was going to happen, though. Great job on Fion's part, but very well played to Meowkaiser.
Man, fantastic games tonight, dude. Good lord.
Absolutely. This new patch is very nice. I'm enjoying it. There's a lot of versatility. We thought there was a chameleon squirrel meta, then we thought there was a toad meta, and now it looks like we're into the AoE meta.
Okay, we are going to hop into a 2v2 match here. A couple new submitters, Sledge and the Red Dinosaur. So, are you ready, Cyborg?
All set when you are.
All right, let's do it, man. 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, spawning on the left side of the map, we've got Sledge and the Red Dinosaur. Against their opponents on the right, Settler Catan and Doc Scungy. Couple foxes here, I'm liking that.
Definitely liking that. Doc Scungy has a mole too. You gotta watch out for that. You might think about using it. Actually, he's putting an MG down. He's kind of scared.
4-farm MG,
still
man.
sitting at 4 farms. Yeah.
Okay.
Nothing's gonna break it.
No, I think you're pretty safe at that point. But let's see what these guys decide to do. I mean, in a 2v2 match, it's kind of weird. Like, I'd almost say I'd feel safe going greedy for the most part, especially like if your teammate went aggressive. I think that might be the better way to do it. Like, have one of your guys go for like a 4-farm double Warren opening. The other guy maybe go straight to 8-farm or like a 6-farm Warren into 8 farms. You know,
I think that's exactly what you do. And in StarCraft 2v2s as well, that's the same thing. Actually, you could transfer minerals in that too, which made it even more so. Like the each person would do different things like that.
Yeah. So we'll have to see. So far, it doesn't look like anything crazy. I mean, Settler Catan did go for a 5-farm double Squirrel Warren opening, but not sure if he's just trying to be super safe. Oh yeah, you're right.
Snake. That's crazy.
That is crazy. That is a crazy thing happening right now. So Sledge is go for the snake, and I'd love to see if he micros it well. I mean, he's got that high ground he can abuse. The turret is a little bit in the way, but it should leave Settler Catan fairly open.
Yeah. You can get value. Now, who's that expand from? Doc Scungy's going for an expand very fast before he even fills out his initial base.
Yeah, he took a couple turrets, so he's nice and safe, and then went for an expand. Definitely need to see these guys get up to the 8 farms quickly, though. And snake number 1's on the field.
Yeah. And chameleons are on the way from the Red Dinosaur, so we have a tier 2 army. Those two work very, very well together because the chameleons can tank while the snake does the damage.
Oh, yeah, these guys send in a lot of replays, man, so they're definitely a team, and that looks like to be their strategy here. You know, I'll go for fast snakes, you go for fast chameleons, and we'll move out with this pretty powerful army composition.
Yeah, that's very scary. And I don't know if they're going to have anything to answer for it on the side of the Settler of Catan or Doc Scungy.
Well, Doc Scungy made a lot of lizards and a lot of turrets, but he's leaving Settler Catan open here, and especially that expansion he took as well, so there's a lot of wiggle room.
Falcons are coming out, but snakes kill falcons very fast.
Yeah. Even more chameleons for the Red Dinosaur here. Sledge.
I love that. Just work with the snakes. That tank is great.
Sledge deciding to expand, and I almost would have rather seen them take a timing attack here, but...
Speaking of an attack, look at the DPS from the tier 1 coming out. The snake did not have the chameleons, did he? No, he did not.
No, it's just 1v2 over here, but the Gristmill tanking, I mean, yeah, the Gristmill goes down, but that Gristmill tank allowed Sledge to basically 1v2 in this engagement, and he's going to be able to clean up the rest of Catan's army, and Red and Blue should be able to do a very powerful counterattack here.
And the Red Dinosaur's finally here. The chameleons had to walk through the water. That's why it took so long. Are we going to see another case of defensive advantage, though? A lot of tanking from the mill.
Let's see.
One chameleon almost went down.
Ooh.
That snake almost went down, too.
Tier 2 getting low.
It is.
One chameleon does die.
Falls.
Let's see how long of a retreat this is. Are they just kind of going back, healing up, and going back in again? Or we'll have to see. I mean, they don't have to attack into those turrets, you know.
If I'm Sledge, I'm going to go 8 farms on that second expand. That is great. And the Red Dinosaur's going for 8 cams. Chameleons are so tanky and so strong. It's a great call.
Yeah, They should be
Japan pick a base.
fairly ahead at this point. Let's see. Yeah, they're going to run in now. Go for another attack, and this is exactly what they need to do. Just keep that tempo on. They don't have to overcommit per se, but you know, I like them claiming this high ground. And yeah, but at this point,
he's got to do some damage, but he's killing pigs anyway.
Yeah,
look at this, Nix. You need 2 poison stacks to kill a pig here, guys.
He's got so much momentum at this point. You know, they've got a lot of tempo here. They can just run in and do more and more damage. And
I think that may be all she wrote for Settler Catan.
Yeah, that's that fine line you gotta walk in RTS games, you know, where it's like, I could go back and macro up, but I could also just end the game here. And
and it's really hard to tell that point. That's one of the most important things to learn. I don't think I've learned it very well.
Oh yeah, dude, it's nonstop, man. And damn, getting so much damage done here is our red and blue players, and that should basically be it. I mean, Gunji's got a little bit of turrets here to help defend him, but so much army.
He's going to hope for a fox, but yeah, I don't think there's any coming. Look at all those chameleons. You can barely see them until they pop up. Jeez. That's 8 chameleons. There's no way you hold out for the fox here. I think that's going to be a GG from Gunji.
Very nice. Yeah, good game sense. Knowing when to attack, pull back, and good stuff.
Yeah.
All right, so
great game sense.
Let's hop into game number 9 here.
All set. Oh no, Sly Fox and DJ. This will be a good one.
Yeah, man. This will be some high level stuff here. All right, let's do it, man. Game number 9. 3, 2. Oh, I already hit go. My bad.
No worries.
I'll
catch up a little bit.
Yeah.
There we go.
Spawning in the 2 o'clock position, we've got DJ Soap. And in the 9 o'clock, we've got Sly Fox. What are you oohing about here? Sly Fox's build?
Sly Fox is on an island. And he does not have a lot of tier 1. He's got to put some pressure on the map somehow in order to get any expand. I thought they were supposed to fix this in this patch. He has nothing. He's got a campfire. He can go up to 9 farms, guys. You need some help.
Yeah,
And DJ is running wolves. What's that?
What hurts even more about Sly Fox's position too is just not being able to throw Warrens down, you know? Like he's only he can only throw down what, 3
slots?
Yeah, 3 slots, maybe 4, but I'm pretty sure 3 there and 1 or 2 around the campfire, and that's it. So
and they won't help you defend. There's no one who's going to attack through that water, especially not DJ. I think he knows what he's doing a little bit. It looks like we're getting some mines from Sly Fox, which is nice. That's free value. They almost always kill a tier 1, which is always a return on investment.
Yeah, and DJ not going for anything crazy. Decides to go for an 8-farm, really economic, greedy opening, and you know, which is great to do.
DJ?
Yeah, well, that's great to do when you're a guy like DJ. I see him do it in tournaments a lot, where you know he's so known for his aggression and his mole play. You know, you're
so scared.
You're so scared. I mean, look at this. Sly Fox threw out a couple farms. You know, he went six farm. Threw out a couple mines rather. He went 6 farm, double squirrel warren. You know, he still hasn't taken 8 farms, and he's gonna come to DJ's base and see that he kind of got mind gamed just by knowing his reputation here. And yeah, so
it happens to me all the time too.
Yep. It's so great when you're known to do things and you don't do that.
Yeah, and this isn't knocking Sly Fox. He is a fantastic player. This is just the person DJ is.
Yeah, Sly Fox got really good really fast, man. He probably has RTS experience. I mean, he only started playing like a month or 2 ago.
I want to say a month or 2, yeah. And he's always in chat, I believe. I know he doesn't go by Sly Fox. I'm trying to remember what his Twitch name is. But he's very active.
I want to say it's Shadow Prince. I believe that's correct.
You're right. Yes.
Shadow Prince SC2.
Yes.
I believe. Yeah.
There you go. There's your RTS experience.
Yeah, he's another StarCraft nerd, man. I'm sure most of us are. Like, I found out about this game from Artosis. He talked about it during a Brood War cast one time.
Yeah.
But
Sly Fox has an economic advantage here. That's kind of nice. But DJ's moving out, and that's really scary.
Yeah, he has the campfire, but
Sly Fox needs a rally.
This is a weird spot with taking the campfire where he's paid for it, but it hasn't really invested yet, right? So the campfire is going to have to exist just a little longer, and DJ is aware of this and tried to take advantage of that window, but didn't quite pay off. And I do want to notice earlier while we were kind of chatting, DJ just ran like 1 lizard into mines over and over and knocked out a couple mines. So really good play. And
yeah.
Sly Fox going for the 7 o'clock, which is probably his best bet. It's not the biggest reach in the world, but if DJ is able to take that high ground base, he's going to be in such a good spot. And Sly Fox moving out here into the middle of the map. And this trade looks fairly even so far. And Sly Fox actually coming out barely on top. And DJ didn't have his toads there, so if DJ would have waited just a little longer to have his toads, he probably would have rolled over Slyfox's army there, but Slyfox takes a lead over DJ in both economy and army at this point.
Yeah. DJ's going for his 15-9 build. He talked to me about it a while ago. I think it was last patch, but it's still good in this one. 15 tier 1, 9 toads to go with it. Lots of damage. I'm going to be very scared for Slyfox very briefly because DJ hasn't expanded. He's going for the kill.
Yeah, I think a play like this is really strong, man. And if Slyfox got those skunks out, dude, they would work wonders against this. I know this sounds crazy, but I wonder how much you can tank toad hits with skunks, because skunks have a pretty good amount of HP.
Yeah, skunks are the answer.
Oh, man. All those toads are going to run over that mine. Gets a couple of them. Good toad hits for DJ there. And now he's got the momentum. He's going to push into Slyfox, knock out a ward immediately. If he kills the snake, that's going to hurt for Slyfox, because that was really the gambit he was going for here. But instead, DJ trying to be on top of his targeting a little bit, trying to prioritize units. But not so much anymore, and the defender's advantage and the tanking from the structures is going to push DJ back for now. And don't forget about that sneaky gristmill Slyfox took.
We're missing an owl. Where's the owl at? Oh, I didn't even see the owl in Slyfox's base. He popped that one down as well. When you're under the pressure from DJ like that, that is a really ballsy thing to do.
Yeah, I thought it was ballsy taking the gristmill and taking the tier 2, but takes the owl as well, so... Hey, man, if he pulls it off, he's going to be in good shape. But DJ is really known to keep the aggression up, to not waste any tempo or momentum. He knows when to go in, knows when to go out. He's not afraid of this turret. He's going to move in with the toads here. He gets a great engagements while they're all clumped up on top of each other.
Oh, my gosh.
And this is looking terrible for Slyfox here.
He almost got the skunk. He had the answer.
No. Nice try, man. The owl is going down as well, so Slyfox, man, he's got to rebuild in the 8 o'clock position, 7 o'clock position, and see what he can do. He does have an owl out, though. He did manage to get it out.
The owl. The lone survivor. And DJ has no economy behind this. How much can an owl do?
Let's watch Slyfox's comeback, man. One owl, one turret, one dream. Here we go. Hey, that trading really effectively with all those toads.
Oh my, that was perfect.
Yeah.
He doesn't have any mice left, but yeah, mice beat toads.
Dude, he just got 6 toads there, so that's $120 donated right to Slyfox. And DJ realizes he's gotta expand too, man. He can't just let this go. He's floating a lot of money right now, trying to figure out what he wants to do next after he sold those toads. And I think he's trying to.
DJ. You go in, right?
Well, I think he's debating if he wants to saturate. He's going to do one or the other, yeah. I would say you're either going to make 8 farms here or you're going to push all in. And DJ doesn't have the best answer against this. He doesn't have anything like a ferret take out the turrets or a fox to kill the owl. So I like the idea of saturating and just kind of restarting the game. I mean, he's in a better spot on paper, We'll have to see how much damage Slyfox can do with this owl. Coming in again. And this is just free damage for Slyfox here.
It is, but they mostly hit the warren, so it's not that bad. No economic damage.
Yeah, he does manage to get 100 or 200 food there, though, and that will add up over time. And
absolutely. That's what the owl's good for.
Yes, and DJ's gotta... Yeah, it's rough, man, because you need to be able to defend against this owl getting free value, but you also got to saturate your base. So he's trying to juggle those 2 tasks, do a little bit of both at once, and oh my god, man.
Do you like to stay on squirrel, or do you like to go for a falcon in the situation when you're against an owl and you don't know what to do?
The problem is DJ can't really afford falcons. Like, falcons is the answer in the long run. It's unfortunate he doesn't have any kind of turret or balloon or something like that to help him out here, which I feel like can be the answer against owl. Like, I played a lot against owls in the owl meta when I was going like fox a lot, right? So my answer to the owl was always just so many turrets, man, where it's just not even good value. Like, I'm talking like a line of turrets,
Yeah. I don't think DJ can quite get that, though, without picking anything beyond a tier 2 in his deck.
Yeah, and this is where he's going to fall apart, man. Slowly but surely, Slyfox is little pokes and little prods kind of biting at the ankles of DJ here, taking whatever he can get. And it is working, man. His economy's coming back. DJ takes this takes a couple campfires on the map because, hey, why not? He
One of
controls
the
the map.
campfires might not pay off.
Yeah, interesting choice on that one. He might be just under pressure here a little bit, trying to scratch his head and figure out how to deal with this. So
He might need to scout his backfield. He has one in his base.
yeah, I was gonna say that, but yeah, he actually hasn't scouted that yet. So it always feels rough, man. But
Oh, yeah. Looking at the replay. Oh, how did I miss that one campfire?
dude, that's always the worst.
Here comes the value from Sly Fox again. Putting some mines down, too.
Yeah, no matter what, Sly Fox is gonna get some value here. So this is like what, trip number 3 or 4? So just over time, man, just a couple squirrels here, a couple lizards there, and it's gonna be in great
Let's look at the
shape.
graphs. Armory value's even. Income, DJ's ahead because of the 2 campfires, but that just happened very recently.
I'm really
And with
impressed
skunks, DJ's gonna learn.
the one owl is doing this well, because you normally don't see like one owl making it happen, right?
Yeah.
Normally it's like 2 or 3 that you need, but scrappy situations like this, man. I can't believe that Gristmill from Sly Fox in the early game really saved his ass here, and gonna see
Yeah.
what he can do with his skunk harassment, but he's got to be careful.
Oh, the skunks are caught out.
But
All the squirrels are staying still, though. Look at the DPS from this, what is it, poison?
yeah, the gas clouds there, man, they were in that
Yeah.
choke, that they had to run up, so that was ideal for the skunk. And now Sly Fox has this high ground over here. I mean, that engagement really couldn't have gone better for him.
It's still going better for him as time goes on. That's 2 pigs down.
Yeah, all the mice are basically dead, but I feel like Sly Fox has done the damage here.
Has DJ expanded? He has not, looking at the map.
Yeah, he took those couple campfires, but that's it, man. And as
Sly Fox is now going to get ahead.
Sly Fox is starting to rival DJ's tier 1 count, right?
Yeah.
And he's got tier 2, tier 3 as well, so.
Skunks are so good right now.
Dude, this game is insane. This is a
Yeah.
phenomenal game, dude. All these games tonight
really
have
is.
been really great, dude. You guys have done a fantastic job of picking out some good ones for us here, so mad props. Good submission, Sly Fox. Good job winning that one.
Absolutely. And I think that really characterizes the meta on ladder right now. That's exactly what we're seeing, and this is the kind of games I like. Owls and skunks and all that.
Okay. We're gonna muscle out 3 more here. We're getting close to the end of the show. And yeah, so we are going on to the gentleman next. Let me take a sip of this drink here.
I'm all set when you are.
Yeah, let's do it, man. Okay, game number 10. Gentleman versus SN Kohler. Both these guys are really high-level, well-known players. I don't know a lot about SN Kohler, but I see him on the ladder all the time near the top. And
Yeah. You all set?
I'm ready, man. Let's do it. 3, 2,
Okay.
1, go.
And we all know the gentleman also knows the pickpocket in chat.
Spawning in the 12 o'clock position, we've got the gentleman. And in the 8 o'clock position, his opponent, SN Kohler.
SN Color has some close expansions, but they're actually cut off by terrain a little bit. That's a little scary. Whereas the gentleman has a very nice natural. And a very nice third.
Yeah, this map is definitely favored towards the gentleman, I would say, just because the natural, man. Like, a lot of times, the other bases, I mean, I don't want to say they don't matter, but really having that nice natural, it can almost make up for an otherwise uneven map. If your opponent gets all the gristmills, but hey, you got a pocket base, you can still make that game work, because 9 times out of 10, most games come down to 2 base play, right? So.
Yeah, I feel like 2 months ago, maybe even a month ago, there was a lot of 1 base play. That was when the Fox was very strong. Now, everyone can safely get to 2 base. It's a really healthy version of the economy metagame.
Yeah, you still see a lot
Nice
of
change.
1 base play, but getting to that second base and even third base isn't as out of question as it used to be. And so far, so good with both these players. Just opening up with safe builds, grabbing a well-timed Warren, trying to get up those 8 farms as quick as possible. And the gentleman, now I've played against him a little bit on the ladder, man, and he's been rocking it a lot lately with lizards, trying to counterattacks and run arounds and stuff. So maybe we'll see a little bit of that this game.
He reminds me a lot of Pile.
Yeah.
In terms of lizard runarounds, and yeah, it's so scary to go against because you know it's coming. You just don't know where.
Man, Pyle is like my bane on the ladder right now. I think
yeah.
I think I've taken like 1 or 2 games off of him. Like I have beat him, but 90% of the time he beats me. And he normally beats me in ways that like I'm not even mad about, you know. You're just like, oh damn, good play, dude.
I want to talk about Essen Color's MG, the bullet hive he put in the southeast of his base. That is exactly what you do when you're worried about lizards running around you.
Yeah.
Guys, take notes of this. Really, it's important.
Yeah, that's actually really good point, man. And he put that there because he knows the gentleman likes to do that, right? So I feel like if it was against a random player, you know, that turret might not be the best, but he knows the gentleman, he knows his play style, and he wants to make sure all his ends are covered here.
Absolutely. And a second MG just to make sure. That's okay for now. A third.
Now he's getting turtly, man. I think, Essen Color's a good player, so I think what he's trying to do here is go for a fast bore. Don't you think?
That absolutely looks like it. And looking at Gentleman's build, that is actually a very good call. Except for the Falcons, it's going to destroy everything else. Here comes the runaround from the Gentleman.
Yeah, but Essen Color does have a couple turrets, but his army's out of position.
It's not enough.
The Gentleman's going to be able to get in here. He tries to go for the Gristmill Snipe, but I don't think it's going to work. Oh, so close, man, but damn, the Gentleman loses everything there. And sure enough, Essen Color was going for that board play, but he realized Gentleman just lost everything, so he's going to probably counter with a lot of squirrels here coming up soon. Oh, more turrets.
Even though the MGs didn't do damage there, yeah. Even though MGs didn't do the damage there, just the vision alone saved his butt there.
Yeah. Yeah, being able to respond in time, that's a good point, because as the turrets gave him a little bit of an extra second to react and start moving the squirrels over, and it was pretty clutch, man. If Essen Color didn't react in time, the Gentleman might have got it, but Gentleman going crazy here with the macro.
No doubt that was a millisecond play. Yeah. 2 expands from the Gentleman. That's really nice because you can show some farms and then hide the rest so the enemy can't fully evaluate your economic state.
Yeah, and it makes sense for the Gentleman too, especially seeing all this investment from his opponent on turrets, but the Gentleman, without seeing the boar, should know about the boar. No, actually, he did scout the boar, so he's fully aware what's going on here.
Well, he's aware there's a tier 3.
Yeah, fair enough. He's not sure exactly what it is. But, you know, when you're playing against a guy like Essen Kohler and he builds this many turrets, you gotta know something's up.
Oh, yeah. Now, I like this, just getting the MGs out of the way. That's nice. That leaves you an opening to attack later.
Yeah, the trade wasn't too bad for him there. I mean, no harm, no foul. He's going to start getting a better economy. He's had a better economy for a while now, actually, with those that campfire. So, Gentleman's not in a bad spot, and Essen Kohler is going to have to make a really big play happen with this boar, but I feel like he might be just going a little too hard on these turrets here, man. Once the boar gets out, he's not going to have a huge army to go with it.
Well, the Gentleman only has lizards. That's a boar. It's all you need. If he can hold and actually use that boar, that's going to do really well.
There's
true. Nothing from the Gentleman.
And that trade is exactly what Essen Kohler needed for sure. That was not very favorable for the Gentleman that time around. It kind of sucks for the Gentleman here because he's really been favoring this like lizard run around flanky style lately, and there's not a whole lot you can do. I mean, Essen Kohler's base is pretty neatly tucked up, but here we go, man. The boar's out in the center of the field, starting to get work done on these turrets. He's going to sack them, and it looks like the Gentleman is going to go for the base race here. Yep. And let's see if he gets away with it. That is a lot of lizards to do a base racer with.
It doesn't matter.
Damn, man. The gristmill is here. But obviously still a big blow to Essen Kohler's economy. Yeah. And just all this time that's wasted playing Ring Around the Rosies with these lizards, man.
He's got to stop the starvation. Meanwhile, this Gentleman's making more and more value over time.
Yeah, selling off the turrets absolutely makes sense here. And he's going to have to rebuild some farms. But the hard thing here is that Essen Kohler is going to really need to get some value done with these boars, but the Gentleman is simply not going to let him. The Gentleman's just going to keep doing these runaround attacks and take out as much structures as he can, which is a great way to you know, make lemonade out of rotten oranges here or something, you know, like figuring it out. And now we're going to go to a base race situation, but all the gristmills and campfires the Gentleman took earlier are going to pay off, and he's going to take the game.
For sure. Essen Kohler did start it on the mill there, so he almost could have held if he was just there a couple seconds sooner. Such a close game.
Dude, I can't believe Gentleman won. I really thought the game was over when his first snipe failed, man. I thought that was going to be it.
Yeah.
But Definitely
well
good.
played.
Very good. Definitely a good one for your notepads if you're a lizard player, man. He really showed you
Yeah.
how to make wine out of butter there.
Even if you're against lizards, just the MG that we saw is something to learn about.
Yeah.
It's a great learning replay. Maybe I should save that.
Okay, guys, we are going to hop into match number 11 here. We got 2 more for you tonight. I got plenty good submissions. We'll get through 13 through 15 starting on Thursday, and then I got a bunch of other ones too. But let's hop into game number 11 here. You ready, Cyborg?
I'm all set.
Let's do it, man. 3, 2, 1, go. Okay. Spawning in the 2 o'clock position, we've got Weltrick. And in the 8 o'clock, his opponent, Master Wario. Going for the bunch of crazy builds all over the place here, man. What is going on, Cyborg?
Defensive structures are going on. Hopefully, Weltrick is going to go for an owl cannon build. It's really fun. He's got a pocket base, so this could not be better for him. There is, I guess, a small opportunity for Master Wario to attack the pocket expand, but not really. He doesn't have anything long range. This is going to be a long game, folks. Strap in.
Yeah, if Weltrick plays this right, you know, he's got the pocket base. He can expand up and out with those 2 campfires. You constantly creep on the map more and more, but it's going to be difficult for him to take over anything else here. That's going to be the issue, man. Like, I feel like that 3 o'clock or 4 o'clock base, you could say, if that was easier to get to for Weltrick here, that would put him in a lot better position. But he's going to run around all the way to get to that. And, you know, Master Warrior's got a nice little pocket/natural base there of his own. And I don't know, man. This is definitely a wonky map because it's not going to be easy for either player to get down to the 6 o'clock base where you kind of got some sweet economic structures, you know?
Looking at the economic state, it looks like Master Wario was ahead for a little bit, and Weltrick is, just now catching up. So if you look at the income graph, there's actually an opportunity for Master Wario to hold this off, and if he holds it off, he'll do very well in the long run.
Yeah, but unfortunately, the lizards are going to make this rough, man. If this is a good learning point if you're a new player here. You know, lizards are fantastic on offense, not so good on defense, and vice versa for squirrels. But you know, squirrels having the range here over the lizards, so the lizards weren't really able to hide behind the farms and tank some damage, and those warrens were also in the back, so those weren't tanking at all either, and lots of damage gets done here, man.
No excuse for not having the warren up there.
4 farms getting taken by Weltrick here. Yeah, it looks like Master Wario was probably placing those back there, like you were talking about earlier, man, to be a little sneaky, you know? But didn't quite pay off for him there, so.
Master Wario's showing his attention right now. He's putting some barbed wire down. Looks like he's going to be going for that second base, like you were talking about.
Yeah, let's see. Yeah, he's definitely got that one given to him. What's going to be really difficult is for him to take anything else on this map. And I like this move from Weltrick, just going ahead,
absolutely,
and claiming all this area. And hell, if I was him, man, I'd even throw a drumfire cannon down, you know, near that campfire out there.
For sure. And I allows the squirrels to be just a little bit faster. And even though both sides can use their roads, since Weltrick has map control, it's to his advantage more.
Right.
So when do you think we're going to see the first tier 3 here? Do you think Wario's going to try and do it, or Weltrick? I think Weltrick's going to try and get the pocket and then go for the tier 3s. He's done enough economic damage. He's at least in the running, if not ahead. He is ahead by 2 farms.
Yeah, it's hard to say. Like, neither one of these players needs to rush out to the tier 3. We see Master Wario, it looks like, sold some stuff off, but they could comfortably get out to the 2 base situation and then go for that. You know what I mean? Like, you don't have to go for a 1 base tier 3.
You do not. Neither of them do.
But this balloon and this turret are in fantastic positions from Weltrick, man. This is what I love to see with defensive structures. Like, just these 2 defenses here guard 2 campfires and 2 gristmills. You know, that is so good.
Weltrick just scouted out the other entrance to Master Wario's base, and I don't believe Master Wario is aware of it. Weltrick was smart. He noticed it and then did not go in. Because once you run through it, you say, oh, hey, there's something here. So he's aware of that, keeping it in the back of his mind. Really clever.
Yeah, he quote-unquote sees it on his map, but I think you're right. I don't think he's aware of that, man. And God, somebody beat me like that. I think it was March Faster, where I had a nice little I was on stream too, man. I had a nice little corner base, and I was going for a fast fox, and then he ran up to a little entrance like that I wasn't aware of, and took out my tier 3 Warren with his lizards, and I just tapped out right there. I was like, man, like that felt so bad, not being fully aware of your base, but
in a game like this, sorry, go ahead.
Oh no, what were you saying?
I was gonna say, in a game like this, there's a little bit of random number generator. Sometimes you get a little screwed on the map, but sometimes the other guy is too, so it's nothing to be mad about.
Yeah, and having two, like I was saying earlier, man, like having at least an expansion, you feel okay. And Master Warrior doesn't really even need this barbed wire, but he's got it to feel safe. And, he's out on the map.
A solid 2 base for both players.
And I love it, man. Taking that, that 3 o'clock expansion or the 4 o'clock expansion, really trying to plant his flag on the map and split this favorably.
Yeah, getting the owl out from Weltrick, it's a very nice call to have right now. Looking at the expands, people were saying in chat it's a bad map for red. I don't think it is, not with the owl. I think you're going to be able to get some value, and this is going to be going down to a who can control the 7th hill game.
Well,
we do see
the split was going to come down to this 4 o'clock and 6 o'clock position, which is actually kind of funny because Weltrick tipped the 6, which is more like Master's base and vice versa for Master, right? And if you split, I think the chat is saying splitting it to where Master gets all the bases, essentially, which is pretty likely if Weltrick doesn't come out here and fight and really hustle for this 4 to 6 o'clock positioning. Whoever secures this area is going to win the game.
Who's aware of it right now, of the other expansions? Looking at it,
I don't think either player is aware of their opponent's third base, no. And Weltrick
So
even
that's
getting
something
a lot of defense down here at his third base, so this is exactly the kind of move a red has to make here, which I'm glad he did.
So we have a boar coming out for Master Warrior, a second owl coming out for Weltrick. How does a boar fare against owls? Does it kill the mice pretty fast, or are you at risk to lose the boar there?
Boar ferret against owls? What'd you say?
Boar against owl. What are you okay trying to take on the mice, or do you think the boar is at risk of dying against the mice?
I think a wave or two by like 1 or 2 owls would be fine if you had some buffer units, but over time, definitely that owl is going to trade favorably with the boar, and just knock it down at that. I think part of what makes the boar so scary is all that freaking HP, man. So, maybe the owl runs in and all the mice die to the boar, but it knocks the boar down to like 70 HP instead of 120, right? I mean, that's a big deal.
Yes, 120. It's a huge number.
It's great, man. I love seeing stuff like the board kind of come out of nowhere in the meta, where it wasn't really balance change, but people are starting to figure things out. And all of a sudden, a unit that was popular last week isn't anymore this week, or is, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's always cool to see, man.
In the past 2 weeks, I've seen every unit be called viable, which has been very nice. Most every unit.
Yeah, the only unit I feel like is in bad shape right now, besides the defense, which are kind of in their own categories, like the pigeon, right?
Yeah, I think the pigeon's just a little too weak, and it doesn't heal enough because it's the same healing percentage, or healing over time, as a squirrel does over time in terms of damage.
Yeah, I guess you would need it to do more to make it viable, make it useful, or at least be tankier, have more HP than the squirrel or something like that.
Weltrick knows the attack's coming and has a lot of defenses. What is Master going to do about it?
He's trying to find a way to poke through, but man, he kind of knows about the 6 o'clock base, but even if he did go down there, I mean, it's got a lot of defense covering it, so.
Yeah, and if he moves his army, the boar is very slow. They're standard moving units as opposed to fast lizards or something. Weltrick can actually take out the second base of Master.
Yeah, that's true. He can definitely take advantage of Master being out of position. Let's see. Master's in kind of this weird, hesitant spot. He's not sure where to come in, and Weltrick is going to at least go out and spin the mice and wait for now, which can be dangerous, though, in certain situations like this. I mean, he's got the turrets, but, now, quote-unquote, Master has a window where the owl isn't at full charge, right? So. But he's pretty wrapped up tight, man. I mean, Weltrick's got so many turrets there, it's going to be hard to attack into.
Times I wish I had a ferret, Alex.
I know, man. Like, where are the ferrets at tonight? Have we seen ferrets?
We've seen a couple games, but not a lot. I know right now I would love them.
Oh man, this is why I always take ferrets, dude. Like, even if I don't use them, just having them,
it
makes you feel so good.
I think they're a must pick right now, along with Falcons, at least in the upper tiers when you're not trying to have fun. Clearly, Weltrick is trying something new and fun, and that's really neat.
I don't know, man. Like, Falcon seems a little bit on the chopping block to me. I could be wrong, but the Falcon is still this really great. It's kind of like an owl almost, where once you get to the late game, having the Falcon is just insane, right? Because they can, they don't. It's easier for them to. They don't have to really find. It's easier for them to find their own tile, like I guess I should say, since they're flying units, right? So their DPS is
Look
just
at
so
those
strong.
Wolf Buff Falcons. They did so much damage there. Holy wow.
But the counterattack from Weltrick coming in.
This is what I'm talking about. See how long the board takes to get there?
Yep. Dude, Weltrick is going to get a lot of damage done. He's not going to commit to the fight, though. And he's buffed up.
So now what's really funny is you're going to see two bases right next to each other. Those are the only mining expansions for both players.
Yeah, but Master Warrior is in a much better spot here because that's a nice and fresh third base where that was Weltrick's second base. So
yeah,
he's got a better economy. These campfires are eaten up at this point. No more food there. So I feel like Weltrick's is in a dominating spot. Or Master Warrior, rather.
Master Warrior. With the mice, though, he might be able to get some value plays soon. He's on a starvation game. He's on a timer. Eventually, he's going to lose if he doesn't do anything. In fact, there's a timer right now.
Oh,
I don't think he can do anything in time.
Oh, God, he's got to sell something. Oh, no, I think he just found out about that base.
Oh, that's a bad feeling. When you can see an expansion that's mined out, when all the food's gone, that means it's been sitting there for a while and he didn't scout it.
For so long, man. Oh, and he sold something, but some units started making again and made it to where he doesn't have enough money. This is getting stressful, dude. Sell off a balloon or two. Here we go. He's going to do one last big push here. Let's see if Weltrick's army is going to be enough. The boar gets swarmed, which is what you would need to do to the boar. The explosion goes off, and Weltrick takes the fight. You know, he did have two owls there, and surface area is a very big deal.
The boar couldn't find a place to fire in half of that fight. He was just running around because of all the mice taking up all the available tiles. I think that's why the fight went like that.
Oh my god, is he going to make it in time? 3, 2, 1, he's barely got it! Oh, that was so clutch. Weltrick! Oh my god, dude. That was dope.
Yeah, that was very close. So he has 6 minutes.
Dude, he literally had like 0.2 seconds left. Like he was well into that last second when he took it.
Oh, for sure.
I mean, he was at least halfway done with that second, so.
So who do you want to be now?
Dude, definitely Weltrick, especially that boar is gone. He's still got both his owls here, just getting so much, free tanking and damage on the front lines, and he's got a healthy amount of snakes here, cleaning everything up, and that should be all she wrote, man.
Is there any red left? Oh, it's 2 HP on the owl. Jeez,
oh my god.
That's one squirrel shot.
Damn, dude. Great comeback from Weltrick. Good game sense there. And that was definitely the right move to make. He was just saying, I'm basically knocked out. Let me do one more all-in with my army, Yeah. And then he was like, oh, crap, I won that. Oh, God.
Shouldn't have happened. Okay.
Yeah. Let me sell something real quick. And just barely made it there, man. With half a second left.
1 minute. Go.
Okay, guys, we've hit the 10 o'clock mark, but I do try to at least do 12 matches. So you got one more here tonight. We're going to hop into game number 12 to close it out. Then stay tuned, do some announcements again. But for now, we've got Valeris versus DJ Soak. Are you ready, Cyborg?
I'm all set, and I love these two players.
Yeah, man. All right, let's do it. 3, 2, 1, go. Spawning in the 6 o'clock position, we've got DJ Soak. And in the 11 o'clock, his opponent, Valeris. Both players with the moles. Now, the real thing is who didn't queue a farm. Looks like both players did queue a farm, so no super early mole shenanigans yet.
Look at all the roads in this map. When you look at something like this, it's going to be a very fast-paced game. We have a cancel on Valeris' part.
Yeah,
and a cancel on DJ's part.
And DJ, so we might see some double mole action here. Valeris going for the 2 mole, and DJ should be doing basically the same to his opponent, but maybe DJ knows.
Not.
Well, he knows that he's getting mold, right? Because he didn't see anything. Yeah. So good read from DJ to know that he was getting mold and start building moles of his own, but it's not going to be fast enough. And Valeris just out-mold the Mole King himself, man. Yeah, I would go home and just be like, you know what? I got a pig off DJ and a mole rush. I'm good with that.
Yeah, I just mole DJ. I'd be feeling really great, especially with those roads to get those moles back to your base in time.
Yeah, but here's where I would be scared, man. DJ's fantastic in his micro, and he's got an extra mole here, so if Valeris isn't careful, DJ will kill both those moles for free, and he's going to go all in on this.
Fourth one coming.
Ooh, a little bit of miss micro here, targeting that Warren a bit.
And Lizard comes out.
Oh
my gosh, it's so close, and a pig hit it.
Damn, DJ lost 3 moles there, but he's still got 1 left, and Valeris did manage to get another Warren down, so Lizards are on the way soon, building a defensive mole on his own.
We only have 3 farms from DJ. We have 5 from Valeris, just to watch the economy while this is going on.
Mole for DJ does go down, but I believe he killed a building mole of Valeris in the process, so crazy stuff there, and Valeris definitely coming out on top in this early game, and DJ's forced to go home and start building farms.
Winning a mole game versus DJ has to feel so good. So what do you do next? This is uncharted territory.
I like this decision from DJ, though, recognizing, okay, I mean, it's hard to say, like, Valeris did come out on top, but obviously he got the pig, which was a super big deal, especially with the lost mining time, but DJ did get some favorable trades while they were skirmishing, so it balances out a little bit, but the squirrels make a lot of sense from DJ, recognizing he is behind somewhat,
For sure.
And I just want to chill back. Yeah.
How do you put your warriors back, though? It's DJ. I gotta trust it's okay.
He's probably trying to prevent being harassed on the high ground because he doesn't have much room to make those warrens on the high ground, and he doesn't want to make them so far out on the high ground that they're totally, exposed. It would be my guess.
I think it's the right call. Economy-wise, it looks like Valeris is way ahead by about 2/3.
And DJ really shouldn't be moving out right now.
I think he might be trying to go for the kill. If you know you're that far behind, I don't think you can come back economically.
Well, he can because the difference, the gap is going to close over time. So the longer this game goes on, the less and less that lead matters. But
we have 2 moles coming out from DJ. Do you think it's going to happen?
Oh yeah, DJ is for sure flirting with the idea, but he's a mind gamer, man. So he's constantly kind of building them and selling them. Yeah, he realizes he's not going to win that fight against the lizards. Gets the toads. But yeah, man, if I was DJ,
with the toads.
I would chill and get up to 8 farms, and get up to the squirrel toad comp, because I don't know. I mean, I think there's merit to both. Like, if you get behind and you can all in, then you should. Mm-hmm. But in some situations you can't, and it's better to just kind of admit, okay, you know what, I'm going to play from a 100 food deficit. I'm going to try to hold on with this rock-solid defense. And DJ's commander's not in position to micro these units.
1 Warren and 2 toads died. Valeris is expanding into DJ. What that's going to allow him to do is have territory to heal so he can poke more and more. He could have taken a safer expand, but this way he's able to heal and put some pressure on.
Yeah, definitely. And taking that 1 farm, it just kind of makes sense. I mean, I'm not so sure about the positioning. Maybe he wants it to help tank a little bit. But if you're going to build a gristmill, you might as well get at least 1 farm, so you get something for you. But
I wish you took the north one, but it's very, very good.
I mean, he might be thinking about putting some Warrens in front of him, perhaps.
Yeah, that's some free DPS.
Yeah, DJ did get up to that 8 farm economy, and he is now he's behind somewhat. So, I mean, he's got Squirrel Toad, which is a good composition against this, and he's got the Chameleon as well. And we were kind of talking about that earlier, man. Like, Squirrel Toad Chameleon is super strong against Squirrel Toad because you can use the Chameleons to soak up the Toad shots from your opponent.
Yeah, it takes a little bit of a micro, but if you can micro it properly, the Chameleons trade very well against Toads right now.
Yeah.
So DJ's not expanding.
He probably will soon. I think he's just kind of setting it up to where he can expand. I mean, we're past the 5-minute mark here, so he's got to do something sometime soon. And his farms aren't going fallow as quickly as his opponents because, he waited so long before getting up to 8 farms, but I don't know, man. It's getting scary. Valeris' second base is getting to the point now where it's no longer a risk, and it's now moving into the reward section, right? So,
absolutely. It's paying off very well. And DJ's just now expanding. So looking at the income graph, that is a huge disparity. That's double the economy right now, guys. That's huge.
Yeah, it's hard playing this from DJ's spot, man, but I think the move to make is to just take that base, try to catch up on saturation, and try to make this gap smaller and smaller. I don't think DJ can attack anytime soon.
I completely agree, without a doubt. And we're up to 15-9. He just loves that number, and I really do too.
But Valeris has an extra 3 tier 1 Warrens up on his opponent here, so...
That's a lot. But he's going to be attacking up into high ground against Toads. That's kind of scary if he was going to move up there, which he doesn't.
Yeah, that's exactly it. You know, that's why DJ needs to just hang out, because he can defend this. The defender's advantage will make up for those 3 tier 1 Warrens, especially with some good Toad hits. So
I would love to put a number to that.
What's that? Defender's advantage?
Yeah, how much it actually helps. Ooh, look at those Toad hits.
Those were pretty good. They had to try to get into that little bit of a funnel there. You know, DJ trying to abuse this convex-concave relationship. Anytime units kind of clump up on each other like that, man, Toads just are so scary.
Absolutely. Right now they're doing 6 damage to the tile and 3 damage to surrounding tiles, and that's just great for killing tier 1 like that. Especially with the roads, too. It allows them to move just a little bit faster in an engagement. The faster the closing distance, the better for the Toad.
Yeah, and if I'm Valeris here, I think I just start getting more tech. You know, Valeris doesn't have to attack into DJ either. He's got a nice lead. If he could get up a third base, he could get up an Owl. I mean, he'd be in great shape. You know, that's the double-edged sword of DJ's playstyle, man. He has a really strong early and mid game, but oftentimes he does not run that tier 3, so...
Yeah, he's contained as well. Reasonably. He can get out, but I don't think he's going to be able to find another mill.
Yeah, but to be fair, man, like, this map does not look very good for DJ. Like, his third base prospects were not that great to begin with, but I think Valeris really putting his flag out on the map and taking that third base in the middle split it really effectively to him, because, you know, DJ could have taken that if not, you know, so...
The map control was huge, and the Falcons are a very good call. They're gonna be allowing Valeris to see up into the high ground. Even if they're not doing DPS, which they are, and it's fantastic, it's not what they're primarily for right now. It's just going to make sure he doesn't run in the DJ's toes if he were to attack. Smartly taking the... that's DJ taking the expand. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
If Valeris doesn't scout it. I'm sure he will, right?
Ooh.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
I thought DJ gave it away with that campfire, but does not. And
me too.
Good move out of DJ. You got to do something, man. You got to take a risk somewhere, and that's the move he decides to make, so... Now, I guess
that's just it. When you're behind, you have to take risks. That's the mechanics of an RTS.
Yep.
I really like that.
I mean, DJ Soak's late game composition plan here is the Falcons, so he's starting to get that Falcon count up and running, but... And an L. Valeris did just scout DJ's third base, but he's got to be careful on how he commits units to go over there and deal with that. You know, maybe just fly the Falcons over. You absolutely cannot move your entire army over there against someone like DJ. Just demolish the mill. Yeah. DJ might be going for a mill kill here with 12 Toads. He could just focus it and take it down if the Toads can get there in time. Yeah, I would like to see Valeris just take out that third base of DJ with the Falcons. I think that's the best way to do it. Well, there's so many things you can do. He's got to add farms in his third. He's got to go and kill that base, and he has to be ready for DJ to move out. Your commander can only be in one place at once. That's true, but DJ is trying to add farms at his third base. Valeris pokes in there. Doesn't commit, though. You got to be careful. It's all going to come down to these Toad engagements. Some good ones going off for DJ up front. 3 for 7 there. And very good. Those ones weren't that great for the Toads. No. They were okay. Yeah, Kaiser, what did you miss? You missed amazing games. You missed, like, the whole show, dude. This is the last one. You were in there somewhere, man. We were. We had a Meow Kaiser game. Nice little trades going back and forth, a little bit of pokes. So Valeris has, what, 6 farms? Going up to, is that 7? That's 8. And DJ's only up to 3 on his expand. DJ's got to probably take a risk here. He's got to go up to 8. Yeah, and he's going to do just that. But Valeris, man, he's got, all he's going to need is just a couple units, man. Some lizards, some falcons, send something over there. He decides to send the lizards. And there it is. Great call. The lizards weren't helping against the Toads. There are no Toads in that base. But he shouldn't stay over there. He should have recalled immediately to be able to micro up front. Let's see. DJ's coming in. The commander not in position to micro. Manages to get this second base here, which wasn't super mining. I mean, it was still mining, but it was on its way out. But the army is just too much. Runs over DJ and forces him to tap out.
DJ held on for a very long time when he shouldn't have, so well played to him. And Valeris, he beat DJ in a mole game. Well played to him.
Yeah, that was awesome, dude. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in tonight, man. I'm super impressed and hyped with all the replays I got, man. I got so many submissions. I think I got like 40 or 50 submissions. Got a lot from unique submitters, so really happy about that.
And the games themselves are beautiful.
Yeah, man. Oh, dude, every game was fantastic. We had some really cool ones tonight. A little bit of sound issues at the very beginning, but I think we got that worked out in the first game, and everybody said it was fine since then. So don't forget I will be doing this again Thursday night, same time, and submit your replays to ToothAndTailTV@gmail.com. And Cyborg has some plans for tomorrow night here on Tooth and Tail TV. What you got going on, man?
Well, guys, you tune in on Tuesdays and Thursdays at 8 p.m. What if I told you you can tune in on Wednesdays, too?
What?
I'm going to be starting at I know, right? 3 days a week of Tooth and Tail. Holy crap. There are so many days when there's art streams. Now there's 3 days. So I'm starting a tutorial series to try and help the newer players just to get a little bit better. I'm not great. I admit it. I am not great at all, and I certainly can't be up to the caliber of DJ or anyone. But I want to help the people, just the newer people, just get a little bit better. Help them learn about the game. Help learn the mechanics like stutter stepping and what the defender's advantage is and how much of an advantage it is and stuff like that. So tune in tomorrow at 8 p.m. Or if you scroll down on the Twitch channel, everyone should do this. Click on the follow us on YouTube banner, icon, picture, whatever it is, and follow the YouTube channel for Tooth and Tail TV. You don't plug it enough, Delthius. You really should. You do a lot of work, man. It's great.
Yeah, I need to get it going. I always feel bad because I'm slacking on uploading the VODs in time, but I did upload a bunch of them today, so yeah, check out the YouTube channel, especially with Cyborg's new series, kind of tutoring you nerds on playing Tooth and Tail and the basics, and I'm really excited for it because just like the viewership, man, like the interaction with the chat, I think would be really cool. Like people can ask questions, or maybe one of the high-level players can kind of chime in and point some things out, and help you out with that, so I'm super stoked for that, man. It's going to be great. I think it's awesome. More content is always better. It's really cool you want to do it here on TnTTV, man. I would do a show every night of the week if I could, but I'm busy, guys. So only 2 nights a week for me, but that's going to be it, man. And before we go, I do want to plug Jed Erickson's tournament coming up on Saturday. Look at the Tooth and Tail events under the stream here. It's going to be on January 6th. I believe that is this Saturday at 12 p.m. EST. There's a Google Doc to get into that. He doesn't have a challenge or a Smash GG or anything like that set up because it doesn't support the free-for-all format. It's going to be weird, man. It's a free-for-all tournament, so that's going to be fun. So looking forward to that, man. And
that's going to be crazy.
Yeah, I think that's it. So be here tomorrow night for Cyborg's debut of his tutoring show. That's going to be hyped. I'll see you guys here on Thursday night for the regular show. Don't forget to send me more replays. And that is it, man. You got anything else, Cyborg?
Nope, that's it. I hope everyone has a great night, guys. I'll see you tomorrow.
Yeah, take care, y'all. A bunch of beautiful nerds, and we'll catch you next time. See you guys.